knife in my foot, Sarge.
Oh, yes. Of course. That's it, the knife. What is your name, soldier?
Spitty Riker.
No, your name is Private Idiot. Do you know why?
Because I have a knife in my foot.
Oh, wrong one. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Knife Hands. Oh, wait, I didn't time that right. There we go. How's everyone doing? Well, very special fucking Knife Hands here. We actually haven't had a guest here ever. Now for 15, 16 episodes in on this. Saturday is always our good fun one. We have a lot of guests over there, but this time, very special. We have a not one, not two, not three, not four, but four-time Emmy nominated actress and comedian, host of the Wildlife Docs, Rachel Reenstra. Everybody. Wrong one. Want to keep hitting that? Hi, Rachel.
Hey, I thought you were going to keep going. Am I really the only guest?
You are the first guest for this show. Yeah, we haven't, because it's been like our political / news show for the longest time, so we haven't done guests over here. So you are the first guest for Knife Hands.
So this is like, you guys have all, ouch. You guys have all been, you do this all the time. Like, what is the deal? Like, what's happening? What's going on? By the way, I think I'm sharing it. It's showing up on my YouTube. It's showing up on my Facebook. But
welcome everybody. Welcome to Vets Talking, to all the Rachel Reenstra fans over there. Thank you guys for everyone being here. God, why do I keep hitting that freaking button?
Because you're nervous. The production value of this show is awesome.
It's off the chain, y'all. But yeah, Rachel, this is it. We get together, all of us veterans and some of our non-vet friends, like Devil over there, Dermy, who I thought was going to be here, but he's late and gay as always. Yeah, we just get together on Thursdays. We talk about what's going on in the freaking world. We lose our minds. We do what military veterans do, and that's use our freaking hands in a knife formation to say, I am fucking pissed off with everyone right now. But then we also bring the funny. We try to be goofy and just hanging out, shooting the shit like we did back in the barracks back in the day.
So is everybody, other than me, because I've dated vets. I mean, I had a vet show. It was called The Wildlife Docs. It was about vets that take care of
you had
animals.
a bit in you. It counts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
kind of vet.
That's allegedly. That's allegedly. No, but vets and veterinarians and veterans, you know, it's
all the same thing. It's the same.
It would be
thing,
really
yeah.
funny though if you said the whole show is about vets and we've got someone that worked with vets, but a different type of vet. See, Adam, we could have worked on the opening, but I loved what you did. I feel like that.
You've seen the spelling. He probably thought that's what you meant.
It's terrible.
That actually, Mr. Bug, who's been a great help in making those intros, I asked him to do that very last minute, and I just had that done like an hour ago.
That's incredible.
So.
Like I watched I was watching this, like I forgot I was even on the show. I'm like, this is so good. I'm going, how did he with it? You understand that we had a pre-show, like all of us met each other a minute ago and it was probably the best. I wish it was recorded because I had a bug, and Mr. Moth gave an intro. They were talking about football and the Saints, and I brought on a Saint that was actually going to be buried tomorrow to help me sell a home my parents have. You can see the great picture, and why it's not selling. That's the picture of the home.
YouTube, we're not trying to dox our parents.
I don't want
some
to
improvement on that.
But this seems Devil made me do it. I don't know if you're friends with Devil, but it seems a little
He is the
satanic.
devil.
But
He
I've
is-
been
he is the
confirmed by
devil.
3 Catholics that if we bury this saint at the home, and then I don't know what happens, but apparently everyone swears that the home sells, and it seems a little creepy-ish, like a little bit of like witchcraft. Like, I'm not lying. Like, I've talked to 3 Catholics, and they told me to do it. Not saying Catholic.
it must be okay.
Yeah.
Seems
And
a bit
then- and then
witchcraft
later-
adjacent.
When you go back to dig,
Adjacent,
when you go back to dig it up in the new owner's yard, and the police come ask you what you're doing, you just say, "Hey, I just got to dig up Joseph. I buried him here the other day."
It's not Joseph. Joseph.
The,
Is it
the
Joseph?
Catholics told me it
You
was
say
okay
Saint
to do
Joseph?
it, officer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Saint Michael is the one that helps you travel. Okay, I'm fine with that. Carrying that around your neck when you travel is fine. But
Saint
this-
Michael
Don't
also
feel
patron
bad.
saint of the paratrooper.
Burying it
Tiff
in
likes
the
the magic underwear.
You know what? You oh right, but you are right. You are absolutely right about the. You're talking about when it sells, and I go back to get it because I know I'll forget that I did it. But I'm thinking just me going there. Do I do it during the day, and do I bring a big shovel or a little shovel? Because it's in a retirement community, guys. They watch everything you do.
Oh yeah,
So
they have
it's
nothing else better to
I've
do. Just
How
look
do
out
you
the
explain-
window and ask, "Who are you?"
How would you explain though when the manager of the retirement village comes up to you and you're putting this in the ground and you're what?
You just
I
say you
invite
got
the
room for
forum
one
to-
more.
to chat. You say what?
You got room for one more if you want to jump in, dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
You best be
So,
keep walking.
So someone that just chatted, his name is Tom Curtin. So what I do when I do a live is I share some of the comments, and I just try to click on you, Tom, but I realize I'm not doing the live. But so Tom Curtin says, "Whoever told you to bury Saint Joseph must be crazy." It was him.
Saint Joseph told you.
No, it was
That was
Tom.
Tom.
Oh,
Tom
Tom was
Curtin.
all like, I was like, uh-oh.
He's being-
Yeah, like
Tom
Master
is
said
like
in the
blondes will
backstage.
believe
We
anything.
want what you're drinking.
I mean, I wish it was more interesting. I mean, I thought the show was starting 3 hours ago, so
Yeah.
I had some cocktails then, and now I'm.
I was so good. I thought there was a point where you told me that you want to talk about your mom's property before we went live. I didn't realize that you were thinking that we were live. I feel so bad. I didn't stop you.
You guys,
We went on for like 10 minutes. You thought we were live the whole time.
dude, it was so epic. Like we can't bring that back. It's almost like there's nowhere to go from here. I mean,
I
Don't feel
disagree.
bad.
you should record the pregame. Now I'm talking sports.
Green
I'm
room.
talking
No, we've talked about that before. Yes, some of the pre-show stuff is some of the
Tom.
best content ever. Yeah, we've had some of the best conversations backstage.
It's like, but don't tell anybody you're recording. And then
See,
ask
I
permission.
don't do like me, and
Someone's-
I actually come in late on these streams, and then I actually start coming in hot and realize, oh shit, they're actually starting to stream early. Yeah, I've done that
Right?
before.
But here's the thing is that there's something about the awareness that anybody somewhere might be watching that, if you want to get a little quantum with me, it's like about the Tesla, the double split experiment, the wave and the
yes.
particles, and through the observation that
Mhm.
collapses the particles into a wave. So it's through your observation that things change, and they prove this with that double split experiment. So then you think, that's where you go back to the philosophical question: when a tree falls in the forest, and no one's there to hear it, did it really fall? And I always go, well, you just fucking told me it fell. Like,
I just want
End
some of
of
your fucking
discussion.
coffee.
He didn't make a sound.
Or you got
But you just told me-
Schrodinger's
yeah, that's
cat. With Schrodinger's cat, I want to do that experiment, but I want to stick Dermy in there instead. He's either
how
alive
about
or dead.
you know what?
depending on
Let's not do anything live. Let's do Saint. Let's put. If we're gonna bury him, why don't before we bury him?
No,
let's
I'm
just
gonna have to concur on the Dermy experiment.
Yeah.
Well, how
When you
would
meet
explain?
Dermy, you'll understand.
How would
You
you
would wanna
explain
kill
the
him too.
Schroeder's cat experiment to somebody that like never heard of it, and you gotta like say it in a paragraph and really dumb it down?
It was the same
What
thing
kind of
trying
person?
to
What kind of person are they? Give me an example
Most
person.
of humanity.
Yeah,
No. Give me a really oddly specific person.
Dermy.
Dermy, yes.
Let's say Dermy. Just say
How would you
Dermy.
explain it to Dermy?
All right. I know how to explain it to Dermy on that. Schrodinger's cat to Dermy. Okay. You know, like if you're in a gay
I don't know,
bathhouse
Dermy, I'm
in
not
San
gonna appreciate
Francisco
this.
and you, you'll learn if he
You'll
comes
learn.
in.
He's,
If you're in a
slow.
gay bathhouse in San Francisco and there's a bunch of naked dudes with a heart on and he accidentally falls down, is there a penis inside him?
No,
Yes or no?
Schroeder's
I never
cat.
should have said that.
That's good. That's good about the philosophical question about the tree falling in the forest. Although I
Right. He is the tree.
you are comedically you have surpassed Saint Joseph in my world.
By comparing
There you
him to a guy
No,
falling
and it
down
was
on
brilliant.
penises.
It was a brilliant comedy bit. Like you comparing that, and then I don't even know who Dermy is, and that was still funny, and I appreciate it.
Oh, I
right.
wasn't trying to be funny. I was being serious.
Yeah, he's never being funny when it comes to
But
Dermy. He's always dead
cat
serious.
is not about tree falling in the forest. Doesn't matter to hear. It's kind of similar, but it's more about the observation thing. So it's
Like,
sort
is
of like,
it in or is it not?
well, don't you think life in general? And I'll already get deep, and I don't give a shit about my resume and what I did. Whatever. I had a show on ABC, and now I got canceled because I spoke
We
out about.
haven't even started intros. I haven't even
I
got around to
know, but it
introducing
doesn't
you yet.
matter. It really doesn't. It's so stupid.
I
It's
know.
like,
We don't
we
have
all
to do
know.
anything. We don't have to do anything by the script. You go
Yeah,
right
it's
ahead.
just
Never
you guys,
do. We
you guys
never
know.
do.
People,
No.
you guys know. If you're part of this community, you know. You speak out about something, and you're gonna get
What'd you
I-
get canceled for?
I had something in my lungs pre-COVID. Oh my god, people got sick before that. Yes, they did. It was called the flu. And then what? Also bronchitis. No. What? Did they get a vaccine? No. They just got sick and then they got better. But sorry, that was a lot of rage going on there. A little pent up.
We
Not the whole
approve of
thing.
this.
Well, so to really put it in a short, because it was so much, and it did literally get me canceled for the rest of existence. And that's before I talked about the COVID thing, and that was I was just sick and I didn't get better, and this is going on. And I used to have a YouTube channel that had over a few million subscribers, and so I would do these things that you see on TikTok all the time. I talk in my car to the camera, and it was great. But now everyone's doing it, and now I feel like I can't because I'd already did it. But when I did it, I was so sick. I was like, I'm recording myself going to the hospital, saying I don't know what it is. I sounded like someone that smoked. I've never smoked a cigarette ever. I never smoked anything. I don't enjoy it. What I've read about it on Google when I looked it up, because they said I never smoked anything. And I wasn't getting better. It was about 8 months and I was still wheezing so I went to emergency in Burbank. I was living in LA at the time. And there was a doctor finally that said, we've done x-rays. We've done all these tests. And he just leaned back and he said, and my boyfriend was with me at the time and looked at me, and the doctor said, it's most likely, and wait for it, it's most likely, and I quote, chemtrail lung.
Mm.
And I looked at my boyfriend at the time. This is 2015, 16. I looked at him and I went, and he goes, oh God, she's going to want to record you.
Yeah.
Sure you want this?
And then all of a sudden, everything you have just Alex Jones just jumps out from behind the
Oh, yeah.
curtain
No,
and says, "I told you."
I recorded him and he gave me permission. And I gave it to somebody who had a lot more viewers. His name was Richie from Boston. My name is Richie from Boston. If you know him on YouTube, he does have millions or used to. But so I gave it to somebody that had more viewers because I didn't give a shit. I just wanted people to see that a doctor had verified the fact that there's something called chemtrails. And he was fired. He was let go of his job. The doctor was let go. My YouTube channel was canceled. I was hero for a day, and then all of a sudden, all these people who thought it was the best thing ever for outing this, who is this Rachel Reenstra? And they look me up and they see all this shit about, oh my God. And they're trying to find something on me, and they couldn't. So they just edited clips from me talking in my car. And I said, I think it's just about love, people. And so they were like, all you need is love. Aleister Crowley, she's a Satanist. Like, it was great editing on their part. But
Kim,
I got taken down hard. I enjoyed the creativity of a lot of the videos that I still have. Some of
Well,
them,
I'm glad that you're here now. Being on the stream is one step to improving your career.
Yes,
will
you've,
say
you've
that.
Oh,
definitely,
absolutely.
definitely made it
Yeah.
now that you've
Yeah.
been on Beth's
Yes, you're
podcast.
here.
You've really made it now.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
big
really
time.
hoping that the SAG-AFTRA thing now then gets cleared up now then, so I can go back to work.
Yeah.
that'll
every-
happen real fast.
Everyone's only here because they're all on strike with the Film Actors Guild.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
represent.
Oh,
Absolutely.
is that really what it is?
what?
Yeah.
Chemtrail lung. Is that what?
Oh, you got to
If you Google-
mind
literally,
shell
if you
back. He
Google
takes him a
Rachel
while for him to
Chemtrail Lab.
process what
No,
you said.
I was waiting for. I was trying not to interrupt people, okay? But I was just wondering, if she's like flying with the windows down or what? How the hell do you get
Nah.
freaking
We're not going to go into that.
No,
Look it
here's the
up.
deal.
Just
No,
look it
we'll
up.
put it in a really small synopsis. There are chemicals that they spray. It's now called cloud seeding, and that's a fucking 100% fact that they spray, whatever you want to call it, to block out the sun, according to Bill Gates, or to help with the climate change, whatever you say. There in Arizona, they had a huge meeting talking about the farmers and the local people that have actually tested their plants and realized that they're having barium and all this shit that they did not. And
It's a lot of aluminum, right?
and that as well. And you
Yeah.
see the stripes in the sky, and if it doesn't go away, it's called not a contrail, people. It's a chemtrail. I don't care. I don't get 10%. If somebody, you don't believe it or not. It's
No.
Now it's verified, but back in 2016, people were like, chemtrails, what's that? The conspiracy shit you talking about?
So I can tell you, actually, old man Mike, who's been on here a few times, he's a retired Air Force vet. He rolled his eyes anytime I bring up any kind of conspiracy theory. If it had the slightest hint of conspiracy theory, he will just tune out completely. But because he's Air Force, he loves airplanes, and he fully knows everything about contrails and everything like that. And when I told him and I pointed up at the sky, I said, look at that right there. Now, you know damn well, if that was a typical contrail, it would not be there, right? We were like we walked into a bar and we walked out of the bar like an hour, 2 hours later, and it was still there. He's like, holy fuck. And all of a sudden it clicked. Like, there might be something to this.
But it's not. I mean, it's not like, okay. So let's say, really, the government is poisoning us? No. What say you? I mean, it's our air, it's our water, it's the food, it's everywhere. And is it because they want to kill us, Rachel? Is that really what it is? No, it's just being aware of your surroundings, noticing things that are happening. Now, what this man said, this doctor, certified, verified doctor, who's been to 100 different countries, studied Chinese medicine, which is why they wanted to call him a witchcraft doctor, even though he was a certified doctor at one of the highest medical facilities in all of California, which is the Burbank facility, right? This is like, he's the real deal. And because it went viral and then they tried to demonetize me, I don't care about that. But when you demonize me, I don't care about the demonetize. Sounds very similar, doesn't it? Demonetize, demonize. That's when, and they're trying to look at everything. They couldn't find anything on me, and then they look up my family. Then some douche looks at my background report, does a live stream, pulls up my background report, Adam, pulls up my background report. I'm fine. I got nothing to hide. Do it. And you know what it said? Everything was accurate. From my parents, my mom's a minister, my dad's a doctor, everyone in my family is basically. I lived in Ethiopia for 3 years when I was 6 years old, medical missionaries, my whole family. They had nothing. They were trying to find something. My brother worked for Google. They found that. And then all of it was accurate. And then it said on my background, guys, on my background, it said, I was the head manager for Lockheed Martin. And that's where they said, she's a psyop. She's paid opposition to, and And it said that. I mean, on the background check he pulled up, it said, I still have the video. And so the narrative was that I was a shill because I was on ABC at the time, right?
Uh-huh.
A TV show that got 9.1 million views a week about wildlife. If you wake up before noon, you might see it in the educational programming format. But the interesting thing is that is back in 2016. And I thought to myself, holy shit, one douche, because I was trending, he posts something that he did actually pull up. We could see him pulling it up. They did put that on my background report. So they could do that to me. Now, if you're stupid enough to realize that over the past 20 years, I've been on TV, but if I'm a TV host working every week on a national show about animals and I'm the general manager of Lockheed Martin, good for me.
Yeah,
But
you
how
probably
stupid
making
do
some
you have
good
to
money
be
there
to
too.
believe that? So because of that narrative that this guy that pulled up my background report, which somehow was on there, so I Googled this woman because my last name is Rienstra, not Ree. So I Googled that woman. I look her up on LinkedIn. She's on Facebook, by the way. Do you want to know how many posts she's had since that month in April of 2016?
None.
And how many before that?
Probably none.
Does she work for Lockheed Martin? Yeah, look her up on LinkedIn. Her name is Rachel Reenstra, Rienstra. So did they create her? Is she real? Or did they do this on purpose to turn it into Rachel's a shill, she's controlled opposition, and that was the narrative, and that's when I got canceled. So I would like to ask the chat room, what do you think? Do you think that it was possible that they changed my back? Obviously they did, because it was a legitimate background report poll that he did. How did that happen? And why would they do that if chemtrails weren't real? And if I said dinosaurs are purple, no one would give a fuck. And all of a sudden have my background report say she's not a dinosaur, or she worked for I don't even know how to compare it. Just, I would like to know, especially for the veterans and the ones that have worked for the military.
Well, the biggest thing we have to look at is we, for the example you're using, and I'll use another example when I'm done making this statement, is that anyone who has any kind of influence, who many people are listening to, can't possibly have any kind of an opposing viewpoint and speak outwardly about this. And I heard you mention this on your stream the other day, just like what's happening with Russell Brand right now. The man is being canceled up and down and everywhere possible because he is now outwardly speaking against all of the shit that's happening in the mainstream.
Yeah, he's scaring. He's getting too close to the like. But what's happening is that it's having the worst effect, just like they're doing with Trump. And you know what happens is their effect to try to silence you only gives you more light, gives you more PR. I mean, for me, not in that case. It didn't really kind of like, but at the same time, I still had 2 more years of my show and I still said what I wanted to say. It's just, if you're not getting too close to something they're threatened with, then why make up something on my background report? And the same thing they did with Russell Brand. Now, he was a sex addict. He admitted to it. Then he joined the program, got sober about, 10, 15 years ago, and was doing public speaking about how you can change your life and doing very inspirational stuff. And then when he got too close to the truth, and by the way, he was married to Katy Perry. Who knows how close he got to that?
Oh, I forgot he was married
left
to
it.
her.
Yeah, he left her. And also, he's been very outspoken after that, because I think he learned a lot, but he has been so close to the truth, but skating right on the edge where he's not doing anything illegal. So what do? You're not doing anything illegal. You got a good background check. Let's go back into your past. Now, they went back into my past, and unfortunately, I didn't have an interesting past like he did, but his past. But he was on the BBC. He used to host the awards for this English program. I don't know what it was, but it was something similar to the Academy Awards. But they didn't give a shit about that. They knew then he was doing all that. Why are they bringing that stuff up now when he's clean and sober, he's happily married, and he's on his 3rd child, and his wife knows all about it?
Oh, same thing with
He stepped
anybody.
out
You
of
look,
line.
people who you look at it as examples of Supreme Court justices. Everyone who's all of a sudden now all these allegations, multi decades later, now all of a sudden there's he raped me at a party at a place that never existed and can't corroborate anyone. No one ever even heard about this.
It's just obvious.
Yeah.
Isn't
It
it
happens.
obvious though to everyone? Because to me, Russell Brand was a whore and he was a drug addict and he admitted to that. And the woman that married him knew that, but he was sober when he started his new life with her. But she still knew what she was getting into. But when he was philandering is when he was on the national media in Britain, and have someone from the freaking government in the UK write to YouTube a letter and demand that he get demonetized, and then YouTube agrees. And Rumble, I loved Rumble's response, man. Rumble, it was I don't know who you think you are telling me to remove someone like this because of something they did in their past.
Which, by the way, that'll be a great segue to get into the stuff I want to talk about, the social media and all the aspects of what's happening with YouTube. Because in your last stream, you said you're done with YouTube. I'm never coming back here again. You're on here now, but that's perfectly excused. We'll use this as an exception to that rule. I would love to switch over to Rumble completely. We're coming up on 12,000 subs over here. I'm still coming up on 200 subs over on Rumble. It is.
Listen, though, if you can tell, this is what I feel. If you're able to do this, and this is what Russell Brand's doing, this is what he did before, because it's taken him a long time to get his Rumble account up too. But one of my friends, I used to go to YouTube like I go to TikTok now. I'm sorry, I go to the TikTok for the truth. I do. There's so many good. I'm talking real people talking about, TikTok is China. That's what they wanted you to believe, to not allow you to. I don't trust our government right now, and I'm fine with saying that. But
we say it all the time.
The only platform that I'm allowed to speak on right now is TikTok. And now I'm starting to make money on TikTok by just doing what I'm doing with you right now. Okay. So I understand where you're at, and not wanting to leave YouTube, because I still have a very, very consistent following, and I love doing live streams, even if it's only, they'll never allow me to get more than 20 or 30 that they say are watching me. And then one person on Facebook, but I have 5,000 friends, because that's where it stops. But I have at least 20,000 followers on Facebook. But when I go live, one person, it's so fucking obvious what they're doing. But what you need to do is, Adam, start to do just what you're doing already. Hey guys, we're going to start this, and this is what we're going to talk about. And we've got this and that, and we do a little like what we did behind the scenes, right? And then say, to get the full thing, catch us on Rumble. We'll be there in 20 minutes, or do it the day before.
And we're going to do that too. And we have done that before, where the last portion will be Rumble exclusive. And we are going to do that here later. Before I'll get a heads up from you. We'll text back and forth and figure out when you're about getting ready to take off. I want to do at least 30 minutes at the end here, Rumble exclusive, so you can really let it fly and, say everything we really want to say. So I will, we're going to get that link here in a little bit. I will drop that Rumble link for everyone to switch over to Rumble, but that's not happening yet. So don't worry about it unless you want to. It's perfectly all right. You can switch over to Rumble.
Always have it, Adam. Just let them know there's an option, because here's what's going to start to happen. This is what they've done on every platform, and this is just for me, including being on ABC. They bring you up, they bring you up, they bring you up, they bring you up. You start to make money. I can't leave, because people only come here. It's easier. Blah blah blah. Then boom, you get a strike. Ooh, so now what do? Well, I still got the money. I still got the people. I better curb what I'm saying. It's a slow burn to not have you speak the whole truth, right?
I'm not in that position where I'm ready to give in to any of YouTube's demands as far as censoring myself. Although, because I do have to get to a super chat here. And that's, ironically, we're talking about making the money here. But they're in the past month, all the numbers have dropped the fuck off. Hard. And in this last video, so I do these Tom McDonald reaction videos, and the last one I had, which is should have been a really good one, the impressions, which I think is the biggest key, the impressions were so fucking low compared to any of the other ones that I've done, which means people aren't seeing it. Now, why aren't they seeing it? because YouTube is clearly making it so people can't fucking see it.
And
So
by the
no,
way, we've already proven on Twitter that there is a list. And I had someone, so I do tours in Sedona now, Vortex to Vineyard tours. I've been doing them for about 2 years. And people have a couple of drinks and they get real honest with me. And I do very boutique small tours. I had someone that worked for YouTube on my tour. And he told me.
Interesting.
He told me there's a list. 100% there's a list. Once you're on the list, and what I mean, it's not like, this is the list. If they speak, we shut. No, it's the algorithm, guys. Most of it is bots and AI. So once your VPN, whatever, all this computer stuff, once that is on a list, it's automatically through the algorithm. You're not. It goes into another. I'm not technical, but he said basically you're not getting the viewers that you would normally get. I said, how can I test that? I mean, I could test it with what I used to post, and now I post the same thing. Well, so I started testing it on TikTok. I went to Odyssey and uploaded everything. So Adam, if you don't want to lose, because YouTube will take down your channel.
Yeah, we're on Odyssey. We're streaming on Odyssey right now too, which I never get any. There's never anybody watching on Odyssey. There's no one watching right now. But
it's not about that. It's about
all
backing
my stuff.
it up.
All my stuff is backed up over there.
And
yes.
so I all that stuff is backed up. And I remember someone telling me, you're on strike number 2. You're really getting close to so I spent 2 days. It took me 2 days to literally get all that stuff. And it was library called lbry.com at the time. Now they converged with Odyssey. So at least as much as I had is still up there from maybe 5 years ago. So I just thought it'd be funny. I found one that was kind of good. And I was talking about how we're living in a simulation, and it all was still very relevant. So I thought, God, it's only about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So I posted it on TikTok. I still kind of look the same. And oh my God, that's why I'm starting to make money. I'm repurposing stuff that got 0 views on Odyssey. And maybe, when they started demonetizing me, who cares about the views? The fact is that I just wanted to test to see if on that platform, same video. Kind of the same people, and boom, it started trending, and I was like, wow, maybe I can just start repurposing, all of my stuff from back then. That they want you to feel as if you're not worthy because numbers means value.
Yeah,
to do with money and views, and that's the program society we live in. If we can get outside that and realize that there's so many more of us than there are them, then right. I think that we can, and we are. Not we can, we already are.
I agree with you 100%. I do. And I got to say hello to Samuel the Infamous with $20 popped in. Usually it's Blue Cord. Blue Cord did follow up, but he did pop in the beginning saying, hail, vets and chat. Can't stay. We'll watch the replay. Have a great stream. Thank you very much. And usually it's Blue Cord that gets us because he's always here, but this time it's Samuel the Infamous that gets.
It has begun.
Thank you very much, Samuel.
That not only is that sweet to do, but that warms my heart. Number one, that there are still super chats, because there's no way I'll ever be monetized again on YouTube. Sorry, but I think that just for someone to say that, hey, I can't stay. I'll watch it, but I'm supporting you, Adam. That's freaking amazing.
I love this audience so much. It's not just an audience. These are friends, man. Especially Blue Cord here, who I'm going to pull up next. I'll just go ahead and pull up his chat. Blue Cord has been so amazing. This man, amazing supporter, prior infantry army, awesome dude, M60 gunner, love the guy. Still have never even met him in real life, but he's been on here and he has been supporting the shit out of this channel, and thank you so much. He went through some very hard time with his wife, who unfortunately passed away very recently. And Blue Corp, if you are still there, man, know that we love you, buddy. We love you so much, man. Blue Corp for $20 does say, just stopping by to say hi. Peace and prayers, Adam and everyone else. Watch your 6. Thank you, man. Thank you. As much as you deserve better, I still want to show Rachel who Dermy is. So Rachel, this is Dermy. This is our friend Dermy right here. Cheers to you, Blue Cord.
I have more fun, and this is why it's so hard for me to get off YouTube, is because I have so many things. As my my YouTube family knows, I have so many things I cut to, and it's even if I have to pee, Adam, I'm like, oh, I gotta cut to this because everyone loves this bit. I have so many things to cut to, and they don't have that format. I don't know if it is on the Rumble, but I don't think they definitely don't have it on TikTok. So I love those things, and I just want to say your breasts look amazing, and I'm identify as straight, but blue cord adjacent, and I identify as a fan of blue cord.
Yeah, I approve of this. You can still like I said, we're on Rumble right now. Everything I'm streaming through is just on StreamYard. So yeah, you can do all this on there. I don't know if you can do that with TikTok. I have no idea because I've never used TikTok.
You can't on TikTok yet.
So you can do StreamYard through that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. But it's I'm grateful that you allowed me to be here, Adam, and you guys.
Oh, are you leaving already?
No, I'm not. I know it sounds like the end of The Bachelor. Like the moment you step out of the limo.
Well, fine, go ahead and fuck right off. Thanks for being here.
I wouldn't blame her. I mean,
did you like
she saw that dirty
tits.
She's on my out.
I know you guys don't watch The Bachelor, but it's like whenever they wrap it up, it's like between the two of them, and you're like, I know he's gonna pick Patricia, but he's looking at Emily. Like the moment you stepped out of the limo, it's like you like her, you're waiting for the but.
As long as I get a rose, I don't care. Okay.
You all get a rose. And I want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for anyone that has dedicated any portion of their life to fighting for our country. And I don't even like to say fighting for. I like to say representing, standing up, and honoring what's inside of them, even though the government has proven to be mostly corrupt. The fact that there are still such beautiful, honest people in this country that are still willing to sacrifice their life and time to it's beautiful. And I really wish that we had a better we treated vets better, and I'm imagining and hoping that will change, because
and Rachel, and I definitely I appreciate that very much. But so one of the topics that I was going to bring out, and I failed to have an article pulled up here, but I'll just talk about this though. Like, so what you're like, so it's one thing when we're talking about, we need veterans to be appreciated, blah blah blah. I appreciate that comp. But here's so one of the things that I'm looking at very unfortunately was something that just happened today with the Biden administration. They look at even our tier 1, some of the best special operators in the entire world, Delta Force operators, also CAG, Combat Applications Group, whatever you want to call them, as nothing more than a photo op. And they were willing to take pictures of these operators out in Israel, and then they posted them online. There's 4 Delta operators now who have their picture out there for the entire world to see. And why? Because the Biden administration and their freaking lackeys were so dumb to just use them as a photo op, not realizing they just ruined their careers. I guarantee these guys can't be in Delta anymore because their lives are at risk. Their families' lives are at risk right now. And, I
wonder for and this is just a question for I guess for any vet. Not veterinarian. I have a lot of questions for them, but I've learned about them. I mean, vets, does it affect you when you are learning things about the administration that you don't agree with? And how does that affect you when you're knowing that you still have time to serve for the country, and all of a sudden you're seeing things unveiled that you don't agree with? Now, I think I just saw a blip today of, I don't know if it was somebody just literally, I don't know if it's the secretary of whatever, but just I'm out of here with the way whatever he said about the war. No, yeah. I don't agree with it. And who was it? The Secretary of Treasury or someone just literally quit today in the Biden administration because they just didn't agree with how
he was in charge of the policy over in Israel. He said he didn't like how it was handled, the way the Biden administration was handling it. Just he knew this was gonna end up happening, and yeah, he was pissed about it.
Okay, I didn't hear about that. I will say this. Said probably an ambassador, I would assume, or
the name. his name. I read it. I can't remember though.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Anyway,
if you
go on
can find that, but so I'll say this, that, and I'll let the others here chime in after I say this, because we've talked about this multiple times, especially when Tina Bojan, who I'm surprised she's not in here, she's usually in the chat, but we had her on as a guest one time, and she said her son is about to graduate and is looking to want to do something with the government, either join the FBI or join the military. And we had an entire conversation because we don't have experience in the FBI, but we were able to give our experiences in the military. And we all agreed that a couple of years ago, absolutely, yes, join the military. It's a great honor to serve this country. And now the way the military is right now, we have General Milley, the Joint Chief of Staff, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, he says he's more concerned about learning about white rage rather than learn about how to kill the enemy, essentially, is the way we see it. What does that say? State Department official resigns over Biden administration handling. Yeah. So
and interesting that the first thing on Google comes up CNN constantly negative.
Of course, yeah. You'll never.
Interesting is a good
try
word
to
use.
find a Newsmax or One American News. It'll be like 5 pages in on the Google.
But what's weird is that they would I don't think that reflects kindly on the Biden administration. That would be something that they would even have as a article instead of like,
but
some fight
and
over
again
transitions.
And that also relates, like we're saying, with the military, the way it is now is the military is more focused on trying to, like, okay, as an example, I don't know if you ever saw, did you ever see a recent recruitment ad where it was a cartoon with a female soldier saying that her inspiration to join the military is because she had 2 moms and she wanted to fight for social justice? You ever seen that? That's
I have
our
4
modern
moms, so I can't relate. I think 2 moms.
Well,
is
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. But the point is I'm not saying anything wrong with having lesbian moms or anything like that. The point
what
is
does it have to do with the military?
What does it have to do with the military? When you watch a video where you see this flowery cartoon that looks silly and goofy, talking about wanting to do social justice and having pride flags and everything else, you want to be gay, be gay. That has nothing to do with the military. And then you compare it to a Russian ad or a Chinese recruitment ad where they're doing what soldiers are meant to do, which is get in the mud, get dirty, break shit, and kill the enemy. That's what the military is meant to do. But now this modern military is more focused on social justice rather than actually wanting to do what it's meant to do, which is, like I said, kill the enemy and eat bugs. We also eat bugs. You can eat that, Rachel.
No, I want you to see how big this is. Like, look at my hand.
Look at you, not afraid to even touch it.
What is coming out of
it?
it?
You freaked out.
Head.
I take that back.
That is not. It is not. That is why I'm not in the military. That would be,
Oh, trust me, I've come across giant tarantulas and giant black scorpions and all kinds of shit. My first instinct was to shoot the motherfucker. I am not fucking around with that shit.
But at the same time, you can't. So anyway, I was really wanting to be in nature while we were having this discussion. So I'm going to continue. And I heard everything you said. I'm just going to walk to the indoors where there's not larger and larger creatures coming towards me with coming up. Like, you got to see the close up of this, though. You have to see the close up of this.
That is insane. Are you're gonna run inside because of that guy? He's not. He's nice. Look at he's being friendly, like your friend the moth.
Should we show her a camel spider?
No, be nice to our guest.
Listen, I know. I mean, I travel the world in 14 countries.
Yeah, you've been around all kinds of crazy shit. You can't be afraid of a
swimming with
bug.
sharks and jumping into bat caves and not like Batman, but like guano and rappelling into bat caves. And I've seen it all, been it all. I've held an orb spider, the most venomous spider in the whole world, on camera. But when you're like just not, I mean, it's like there's an animal handler there, and he's like, "Okay, come on, hold it," and it's crawl on you. But this shit is like, things are just getting bigger. Like, bugs are large. They're not. There was never a beetle that just wanted to visit this big.
But I'm very proud of you that you didn't jump up and go running away scared like
What are
a
you
little
talking about?
girl.
Misadventure. This is what I did for a living. I'm just not getting paid for it, so I'm gonna go. What was your main question, Adam? Before
I didn't have a main question. I was gonna throw it to Tiff to give her thoughts on what the military is like now. as a
what is it?
female Marine.
So I actually had a friend, one of my male Marine buddies. I think it was his niece or someone was interested in it, and he interested in joining the Marines, and so he wanted his female Marine buddies to maybe chime in, or if anyone was interested in talking with her. And this was actually a couple of years ago, and some of the comments in his post, some of them were, it's a boys club and you're going to be the female and they're going to be misogynistic. And I was like, fuck you. No, that is not at all how it works. Yes, it's a boys club.
Was that your experience though?
My experience?
Yeah. Was that how it felt, or?
No. I've always been one of the guys. Always. I was a tomboy. I was never really a girly girl. So I know what guys are like. Shock jock humor, locker room humor, all of that. I also have that. It's not misogyny. It's just the way guys are. And if you can't handle it, get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Listen, I'm the only one that I have no female that's ever listened to Howard Stern. And I'm like, I know, but did you see the movie Private Parts? And he's actually and he's been to therapy and now he's happily married and he's actually, so I feel the same way. Like, I get that. It was really difficult. I had to tone that down. I wasn't even allowed to do stand-up when I had my TV show because they were nervous about what I would say. So I get that, because it's almost like once you swear, you're put in a different category. And it's a shame. It's a shame because, this is how they relate. This is the conversation, right? This is how they bond. And
yes.
And I do too. I don't fucking care.
Right. And I mean, that's slightly off topic to your actual question. It was just interesting to me because it was a few years ago. Things probably started, like, I've been out for over 10 years at this point. So it was way different a decade ago. Or at least from what I see, maybe because I'm older, I see it more easily.
Out of the military or out
This military ain't what I served in. This military, they're fucking weak. No, they're all weak as
Marine
fuck.
Corps.
The military's got weak. I mean, dude, I remember when I joined the military. I joined the army in 2000, and I had so many people tell me, "Wow, the military's gotten so fucking weak." And I remember going through basic training, thinking I should have joined the fucking Marines. This is pansy ass shit right here. But it is even so much worse now. It is so fucking. Rachel, you look like you're about to run off the fucking balcony there.
No, there's not. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna.
You're looking at a picture of it.
I just know he wanted a picture of me, and I wanted to just go, and I wanted to post, this live is bugging me, and then it's a not normal size of anything that's ever lived on, and then this thing coming out of his forehead, it doesn't. There's no reason for that. There's no reason anything should come out of your forehead. Whatever bug
it does look like something that should come
all
out
these
of
statements
Africa.
sounds exactly something normal that would be said on this stream.
It's like that. I don't know if they're jaws. I don't know if they're jaws or like that right there.
She
Like
just
that
defended
is
all
nothing.
those unicorns with the forehead. thing.
Oh my god, that's
You offended the unicorns. You can't.
I've been told
all
I'm
about-
a unicorn. I'm gonna get spiritual about that in my house when there's not, and I'm still with you. Look, it's portable. I can move. I didn't realize that it's Arizona and there's and now
Yeah,
I feel like I
imagine
feel-
that in Arizona. There's crazy fucking big ass murderous bugs all over the place. Who
Listen,
knew?
I'm happy if you're
Only
gonna pay
everybody.
me. If you're gonna pay me to have that fucker crawl on my arm, and I'll tell you all about its ancestry and all about the Bill Gates family.
How much? How much, Rachel?
no
How much to let that thing crawl up your arm?
Well, no, trust me. I let.
How
I
much
let
will it
things
take?
like-
Are you going to send it to her if it comes to you in a super chat?
More
Adam?
than gonna get a
Tiff,
super chat for, dude.
We've had Tiff here do some pretty fun stuff for the audience for some super chats, and I made a lot of money.
Fun stuff.
I feel like
That's
it.
a
I
good
feel
way to
like
put
it
it.
just. I feel like it's frozen in time. Like it's not now. It's not like now. I feel bad because I don't want it to
You
die.
touched
I
it and
didn't
it
kill it.
It's
I'm rejecting
it's Schrodinger's beetle. It doesn't exist and it doesn't move until you look at it.
Oh, those are fucking jaws. They're jaws right there. Those jaws. They're clamps. And it's like, I don't want it to, maybe it wanted to spend its last moment Maybe that's the saint. Forget Saint Joseph. When it dies, I'll bury that on the property, and maybe hopefully that'll sell the house.
All right,
Barry
how
says
about-
it's a rhino beetle.
How about $100 super chat? You let it crawl up on your arm. She's thinking about it.
Where is the money going? Is it gonna help? Is it gonna? Where is it going? Is it gonna help?
It helps
somebody in
go
the-
to a man not be poor.
This is right.
Okay, Adam.
You're supporting veterans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally.
Wow.
If you don't let this happen, then you clearly hate the military.
Hey, it's
Feel
actually
so
the
bad for
most
you.
direct. It's the most
Look,
direct
time's
type
running
of
out.
support you
I'm
could
gonna-
give.
I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, and it's not
Total
moving.
combined.
But
Total-
if that thing, if
total
that thing, if
combined.
Bill Gates sent that thing, and that's gonna vaccinate me right now, I will cut all of you.
Total
to me.
combined. Total combined. Super chats to go up to 100. It doesn't have to be a single 100. If we can do a total combined for $20 or anything like that, we'll do. Rachel will let that thing crawl up her arm.
First of all, I don't really think they no. Why don't we just And by the way, while we're talking, other bugs are flying in my face and all over because I have that stupid light on. I should turn that light off. That is not a normal. There's nothing you can find on Google that exists with that thing. Look at a thing coming out of its jaw. It looks like it's ready to. It's ready.
I've seen some. I've seen some awful fucking bugs in Iraq, and that looks like some crazy mutant bugs that I would have seen out there.
But it's not moving. He just decided to just stay there and freak me out. It's not moving.
Okay.
He's waiting for his. He's waiting for his chance.
Was that the
pounce.
head or the butt? I don't know.
You.
If you look up a rhinoceros beetle,
you can
it
see
does
it's
kind of
not
look like a rhinoceros beetle. If you
Oh,
look
oh my God! Is it rhinoceros beetle? Shame on me for having a freaking animal show and not having any clue what that is, and it doesn't look happy. It's like
I mean, credit where it's due. I read it in chat. Aberu is the one that said rhino beetle, so I looked it up.
Did you look it up?
Yeah,
Definitely a rhinoceros beetle. I'm looking at that shit right
makes
now. I'm
sense.
looking it up.
Like the one on
How
Bugs
do
Life?
Four-time Emmy nominated host of a wildlife show, everybody.
And
Love
I was
you, Rachel.
paid to pick up that. Listen, you know what I brought on around this time of year? You can look it up. It's on my site. Oh, look, I have no problem doing that. Cute little moth. Go towards the light, Caroline. But that's not going to help. It'll kill you if you go towards the light. It's the problem. Maybe that's what we need to know when we die. Go towards the light, and then you
I
end
don't
up
know
getting
if it's
zapped.
a rhinoceros beetle, because those seem to be more. Is it the same one, or is it just a species of it?
Dude, this is a rhinoceros beetle. Oh my God, I just Googled it. Oh God. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Oh, now Native American tradition would have you find out what the meaning is of I've never seen a rhinoceros beetle, but this is according to the Googs. This is the Googs. This is exactly what it looks like.
Oh,
Holy
everything on
crap.
Google's 100% accurate.
Oh my God.
You know that.
This is what it looks like. You guys look. Just, oh my God. Look
Yeah,
at
that
its
thing's a
eyes.
monster. No, that's not natural. No, kill it.
Look.
Wait, is that's not what? Oh,
Yes,
I
it
was
is.
looking at the
That's what I'm
whole. I was looking at
right
that
now.
whole
I'm
rock.
looking at-
Okay.
Wow,
all right.
Adam.
It's a claw.
Yeah. I was looking at the rock.
Raw.
Dude, that is what is looking at me right now. Is looking at me like it's gonna fucking kill me. I don't know. It's somebody. Oh my
Oh,
God! The
Fight,
rhinoceros
fight,
beetles
fight.
are. Stop it! Are they
Yes,
having
evil.
sex, or are they actually?
Maybe it's
What's
both.
the first?
Bit of both.
What's the first rule of Beetle Fight Club?
Listen,
Physical contrast between the sexes is known as sexual dimorphism. Think about male sheep. They have to headbutt the bejesus out of each other for the right to mate. Females, they're like, whatever. And so the male rhino beetle fights for the ladies. Really? Again? I'm calling HR.
oh God, it's one of those.
I'm gonna
cute
get a
little-
copyright strike now for that video.
No, it's my video that I actually have complete control over because that's my friend who
Oh.
does these stupid little videos on YouTube. So YouTube, don't you
Don't you dare.
I will. You're gonna just get a copyright strike for having my name. And we have a special guest, Rachel Reenstra.
I did play your little intro thing for the wildlife docs. I'm like, I wonder if I'm gonna get hit for this.
No, none of it. No. It's all 100%.
It was like
and
4 seconds. It was like 4 seconds. That doesn't work.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Raster, do you want to go ahead?
I think there's a reason. Please talk. I think there's a reason that a rhinoceros beetle is here. And while you guys talk, I'm going to find out the meaning of this visitation from the rhinoceros beetle and find out its meaning.
While you do that, Raster, why don't you go ahead and okay. All right, before I do that, I was gonna get up and let Raster talk, but before we do that, Abaru for $20. Wait, here it is. Said this is a unique stream, LOL. Yeah, yes, it is. We have never had a stream go like this ever before, which is Rachel, we've done ghost hunting streams. I spent time in Tombstone, Arizona, doing ghost hunting at Boot Hill Cemetery. We've done some pretty unique shit.
By a ghost.
I got raped by a ghost. Yeah. We did scare the shit out of Dermy, which was funny as fuck. But let's see. Now we got some new videos here that we haven't played yet. Which one do we do? Let's do this one. Shifty, you ever? Yeah, we got a bunch of them now. I'll tell you what.
Be careful with what videos you show. Oh, right, because this is the YouTube. Oh, wow. How do you?
No, it's like 7 seconds. As long as it's under 7 seconds, then it doesn't matter. It's okay.
Really?
Yeah. 7 seconds is the limit. Anything under that, then YouTube won't snatch it. Yeah.
And you have to transform it. Like in that case, they wouldn't hit it because there's faces put over the characters' faces and the writing and stuff. I've
are you allowed to be like, I'm just responding, like the responding videos?
Yeah.
Like
So that's the entire thing. Like like we do reaction videos to the music things, and they every single time there's a copyright claim. YouTube does it automatically, but you put responses in. You say that it is changing it entirely. It's a reaction to this. It's not a copy of this, and then usually there's some sort of dispute. But yeah, I mean, like with the Tom McDonald stuff, like I win every single one because, well, Tom doesn't fucking argue it for one. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that fucking clip, like, yeah, it's completely different. The entire thing of that, it's not from the movie. It's to use comedy to say we're getting drunk, we're taking a shot. Oh, which by the way, I didn't even do. Holy shit! Cheers to you, Ebru. I forgot to take a shot.
Hey, who paid you $20?
Abaru.
Abaru. Because of the shot thing, can I share 20-second clip that you won't get in trouble for?
Absolutely. And by the way, that is $20. That is $20 also towards the 100. So we just need $60 more or 80. My math sucks. Wow, $80 more to let your friend there, who's not moving. He's staying right there. He's like, I want to say hi.
He's like, I wonder if he said, I want to spend my last moments with Rachel. maybe that'll be my tag name, Rhinoceros Rachel or something like that. I don't know. I don't know why I never came up with a creative name and everyone else has one, but okay. So I think I can share this. Can I?
Yeah. Do the share thing and I will pull it and
okay.
I will
I'm gonna try it and tell me if it works. This was something I was very proud of. It was under 60 seconds and you won't get copywritten, and it has to do with drinking, but during COVID, during the rules.
Cool. While you pull it up, I will shout out to, on the Rumble side, American Gorilla. It says, yeah, they copyright everything. Rumble is turning into YouTube minus the viewers. It's not. Rumble's still really good. I haven't heard anyone having issues with copyright or anything like that over there. So we still love Rumble.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I still love Rumble.
I'm making money on TikTok. I'm loving it. It's not helping with my attention span at all. But you ready? Here it goes. I hope this works. All right. So this is when I actually put some work into my live streams, like with a green screen and everything.
Yeah, you actually did edits and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay. And I hope you can hear it. I don't know if I have to share the sound. Let me know if you can hear it.
No removal of masks.
Okay, wait.
No removal of masks to consume alcohol outdoors. So you will no longer be able to remove your mask to drink a cocktail at a pop-up beer garden on a footpath as part of a pub crawl.
And I know you made a point here about masks must not be removed to drink alcohol. Can you remove it to drink coffee or eat food? Can you remove it to drink coffee?
Yeah, we're asking people to do the best that they possibly can, to apply common sense.
Oh yeah, this is totally common sense.
You could tell that you thought it was retarded.
I just want one of those tiny masks,
Right.
just so I can say it, and then try to wear it as the full mask.
I was gonna say I don't want to know what you do with your tiny mask.
I would wear it like a thong.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's fantastic.
Love it. All right. Anyway, that was to Abiru. Hate when I put the wrong emphasis on the syllable.
We call him the tiff simp.
The what?
He's the tiff
Tit
simp.
simp.
He's a
Blue
big fan
card-
of a green-haired anti-liberal.
Blue card. Oh, now they're flying into my mother, attacking me. Jesus!
It's protein.
You have
It went in your mouth.
today that
Keep them away.
Gin. It
I'm holding. I'm holding
You
the
will
thing.
eat
Okay.
the bugs and you will like it.
Wait, it says blue card devil. You missed my other super chat, so double the shots. Don't mess with E4 Mafia.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, I didn't miss the other super chat. No, I did. No, we played.
Was
I played the Dermy dancing video for you on that one.
Remember when we went into Somalia? CNN was on the shore before the SEALs. That was Bush Senior. Then Slick Willie really foobar that whole mission.
The fuck?
So it was before Aberu.
Oh, holy shit! I did miss that. I am
That's not
so
cool, man.
sorry.
That's not cool.
Oh man, that is a. I am gonna punch myself.
That makes Rachel the rhinoceros beetle very upset.
I have never missed a super chat before. I am so sorry, Blue Cord.
Maybe
You
it
do not
make it
deserve
super,
that.
maybe all right,
I'm pretty sure you have when you were drunk.
Oh, I'll bet. I'm sure I have. Yeah, there's no doubt.
If you don't remember, then it didn't happen, right?
Rachel, I'm up to 3 times now where I've been blackout drunk on YouTube because of these degenerates get me drunk.
I don't know anything you're talking about that, but if you were to YouTube Rachel Reenstra falling asleep during her live stream, you might find me.
You don't drink. No, Rachel Reenstra never.
No. I did, and I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It was because I took an Ambien, and which is an evil, wonderful sleeping pill, but evil because you're going to end up. I bought my dining room table, which my friends call the Ambien table. I don't remember buying it, but apparently I woke up the next morning and there was an entire pizza eaten. And I'm like, who broke into my place, ate a pizza, took out a measuring tape and measured? And then, glass tables everywhere. And anyway, turns out, and I still have that table. It's really good. I got it on Overstock. I don't even know how to measure anything. So there's an Ambien person inside that. But I did fall asleep. It was an ugly sleep. It wasn't a pretty sleep. It wasn't like
drooling all over yourself.
Like you heard my head hit. You heard my head, and somebody, because my YouTube channel, that YouTube channel's gone. Don't know why, but somebody kept it. But they won't take that down. That's all over YouTube. Not all over, but you can find it. And on my last live stream, I was actually laughing about that. And somebody in my live stream, it's right here.
Something like this.
No. I'm going to confirm that the Bengals.
Oh God, good. Okay. Oh my God. I was afraid you found it. I totally was afraid you found it. It was.
Oh, so this is not you falling asleep.
No, it was not a
That looks like something you find at the edge of your bed after getting sleep paralysis.
Like it takes
It
land
looks
whale
like-
to a whole new level.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
Like,
I'm
all
not.
right.
Gonna
I think
show
I
more
saw
than-
something like that at SeaWorld once.
Okay, you ready? I'm only gonna show
Go
2
ahead.
seconds of it. I'm not showing long because it is not a pretty. It's not a pretty sleep.
Oh, you
It's
are going to
really
show us a
horrible.
video? Yes, please.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Please
it's
do.
there. It's there, and I'd rather make fun of myself than have you guys look it up later. So,
I approve of
oh god,
this.
oh god, oh god. I'm gonna hug this rhinoceros. I feel like connected to the rhinoceros beetle right now.
What we're not too far off now from $100, so we're
There,
getting
it's
there.
Okay, I think you
I
should
got a
actually
couple more
get
super chats to get to.
You know, how about this? How about this? You get a super
Are you
chat.
gonna share it?
You get,
Okay.
Yeah, but in order for you to see it, you got to get a super chat. But no, I'll
we
share
still
it.
got a couple more. We still got a couple more we got to hit.
Okay, hold on.
I'll tell you what. Let's work through this. Let's work through this. Let's do this one first. Blue Cordell for $20 says, "You missed my super chat, so double those shots. Don't mess with the E4 Mafia. That is absolutely fire. You never mess with the E4 Mafia. The E4 Mafia will get you." And that is shots fired.
All right, I'm sharing the screen. This is horrific. I honestly think you should get.
We can do it for the next one. Oh, hold on. We'll do it for the next. We'll do it for the next one.
Come on now.
That was that's some good editing.
That's
right
a
there.
new one.
Yeah.
Much thanks to Devil Made Me Do It right over there next to you, Rachel, for making all these videos. Thank you.
You're good, man. Give me your number. All right, you ready? You're gonna see 2 seconds of it. It's horrible.
All right.
Oh god. That's how it
Maximize
starts.
full screen. We got to see everything.
All right, and so
yes,
I'm at the end of like a 3-hour live stream, right? And I'm playing one of my favorite truthers because he makes me laugh. His name is Mag Bitters. It's like bam on, and he's like just Jamaican truther, and he goes a little crazy with his conspiracy, which is fun for us conspiracy theorists because who can get crazier than us? Well, they're out there, and I like to end all my live streams with this, and it was it. I was just too. We actually had 4 people call me, and I slept for another 30 minutes, and they all bonded. Like they just kept. They all just kept talking and having fun while I was snoring. You could hear me snoring. Here we go. Oh God, this is horrible. You should definitely get a you. It's so humiliating, and I can't believe I'm sharing this, but you definitely should get a super chat for this.
He can't bear to see all these women and little kids around him. You have to keep touching them. Take a look at him, people.
Wait, here's where it goes. Here it goes.
Melania Trump.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Million and a half.
Here goes.
There she goes.
This Oscars.
And down.
Oh no.
Now watch my dog.
Take a look
I think
at
my
this
dog
guy.
cooks.
What is he
I think
pulling
my dog
him
cooks.
in
Watch.
for? He trying to pull him in to
Wait,
hug him. Pay attention, guys.
Wait,
To
here
make
you go.
feel
Look at my dog.
easy, like you got a choice.
Your dog is either
for your rights or the fuck.
either really
My
concerned
stream
about
now,
you or just
Mom.
wants to play.
These are selected. Bam.
Okay.
They are selected, not elected.
Look here.
They
Try to
never
bring me
wake
back
up.
to life.
It's a selection. They got it already set up for this one to
Have
be
the last,
there.
have the
They're
last
gonna
moment. Here we go again.
take a look at
And
this Oscars.
And gone. Oh, that is
that doesn't
fantastic.
get you a super chat.
That is fantastic. I love it.
Humiliating. What other person that's been on TV would be like, let me show you my worst moment in life right now. You know what I mean?
Well, especially for somebody like you. You used to have millions of viewers and all this kind of stuff. This is fantastic. This is why you're so great.
Dude, you
That's
gotta
why
share
it's
some
so
of these.
great.
You gotta share some of these comments. The comments are like, dog. The
At
quote for the
last.
dog. At last.
It's my stream now.
It's my stream now. Oh my god. it's so
At
funny.
last.
Oh my god.
Mom,
was
you're
yours-
fun.
Was yours worse than that, Adam? And your
If somebody wants to pull up one of those streams, yeah, no, not that bad. I did
did
not
you
pass
fall
out.
over? You didn't fall over.
No,
You didn't fall over.
we watched Dermy do that.
didn't-
We watched
No.
Dermy do that one time.
Oh.
Common nerd. Common
Okay,
nerd.
Thank you for that. Abiru, you know what?
I still got to go. I still got to go back and Hold on. All right, hold on. I still got to go back and pull up Blue Cord's other super chat, but we will celebrate this. I'm spilling whiskey everywhere. Holy shit, I can't keep up. Baru for $20. Says, thank you for that. LOL. Thank you, Abaru, for the $20. Much appreciated. And where's another new one here that we haven't done yet? I think we haven't done this one
We
yet.
got the Jimmy.
He
We
was
got
in
the
his
nice
bag
Jimmy
here.
between the legs.
Here we
Has
go.
the pull up, shut down, smack down.
This is no video.
You know
Thank
what?
you, Abaru.
Those aren't those funny to cut to? Abaru. I don't know what does that name mean? Does it mean like
No clue.
It's his name in Japanese.
Japanese? But it's your real name? What's your actual meaning? What's the actual meaning?
No,
of
it's the way the Japanese language works. Like American words are said a certain, well, they're written out a certain way. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to dox his real name, but that's just
It means green hair simp. That's
Yes,
Yeah, that's what it
exactly.
means.
Translates to green
I'm sure
hair
he's fine
simp.
with that translation. Yes.
I think it means rhinoceros beetle attack.
It's funny you should say
dig
that
that.
because oh my god. Okay. I hope that guy's still there. Before we get Blue Cord, hold on. I still gotta get to your other one. This is starting to get a little sloppy here. Where is his other one? Yes, here it is. Blue Cordell for $20 way back earlier. Totally fucking missed it. Says, oh yeah, I know, Rachel. Yes, that's what you're gonna have crawling on your arm here in a minute. Says, remember when we went into Somalia, CNN was on the shore before the SEALs, Navy SEALs that is, not the our SEALs, which by the way, when I went through French training in the Army, SEAL, by the way, is fuck. That's the word for SEALs. So when you say Navy SEAls in French, it's actually Marine fuck.
No way.
So that's what they are.
No,
They're the Marine. They're
they
the
told
Marine
you
fucks.
that.
Don't get Shellback excited.
They're the Marine fucks.
They told you that
You're
when you asked her,
freshman.
what does that mean? Why are you talking shit? And they're all like, no, that's
You're
how we
rookie.
say it here, Marine fuck.
Marine fuck. So CNN was there before the Navy SEALs. That was Bush Senior, then Slick Willie really foobar that whole mission. Yeah, and it's funny, me and Rachel, we were actually talking earlier about between Republican and Democrat, it's all just pretty much the same fucking thing at this point, and they're all got the same fucking goal to really fuck us all over at this point. So
It's the
yeah,
bird
Bush
and
Senior
the
going to Slick
tooling.
Willie. No fucking difference. Not to get into the politics right now because now we're just fucking having fun. But Blue Cord, thank you very much for that $20. And let's see if I can find a note. Is there another one we haven't done yet? I think that was all the new ones. So instead, Blue Cord, you get to shoot Dermy in the dick.
I'm freaking out.
Okay, go. Love seeing Dermy getting shot in the dick.
Adam, there's going to be a point where you're going to. I'm going to send you some funny clips of our president saying certain things, and I have a really funny clip where it's Biden and it's Trump, and they are in a debate, and it's put to I've had the time of my life, and however they did it, they is so perfect. Them going back and forth, and then Hillary Clinton is there. It's like there are what I think ultimately is that there's the more we discuss the division, right now, I will tell you, I was brought up to be Democrat, and I voted for Obama. I was so excited.
She's gone. Sorry. No, we'll get rid of her. Nah, she's not allowed. Kidding. Love you, Rachel.
And you want to know something
Kidding.
that's really interesting? One of my like long-term ex-boyfriends is Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is now speaking fervently and has
he's changed his tune a bit lately.
He's changed his tune so much where he was pretty much like he was the one that basically told people, I want you to wear masks, you should, but you're responsible not to. And then he took the jibby jab, I call it the whoopee cushion, so that you don't get anything happen to you on this YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He sat on a whoopee cushion and he got whoopee cushion injured.
I think we can talk about it now. I think they changed it, right?
I mean, until next year when
No, yeah, they have loosened the rules. Let's go. We can be more cautious, so it's perfectly all right.
Possible. It makes me so upset because I was there's like they for even mentioning it, and it's so
I know.
why is it changed when it's still the same information? What in the world would that have?
Yeah,
like
same thing with the elections. You would get
anyway,
marked for even saying the
feel
word
very
election. We actually said erection for the longest
Say that.
time because we were scared to say election.
To
So- yes,
Jimmy
please.
Dore, and I remember because he's always done stand up and always did very well. And one of his best friends was, Jimmy Fallon and all the people that are famous now. And he had a nervous breakdown because they didn't become famous fast enough, which that's fine. But I said to him, you will become so huge when you turn your pain into your passion. So if something happens to you that affects you and you make it a thing where you can alchemize it into helping people, you will go viral because it will be the biggest mission of your life. You won't be a comedian to be liked. You will be on a mission to reveal truth, which most comedians are anyway, but a lot of them get caught up in the ego, wanting to be liked rather than doing it for a purpose. So when you turn your pain into purpose, you're unstoppable. And now he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Amen.
And I compare myself to that in the sense that I've realized a lot of things, and most of all, my programming into just being so stuck to one narrative of the left and the right. But the thing is it never was meant to be a two-party system ever. Yeah. It never was, but that is the way to control humanity. So we fight against each other and just keep on pointing out at the other, while they're like doing all this shit on the side we're not paying attention to. It's a magician trick.
I'm honestly I'm waiting for the machine to try and pull a Russell Brand on Jimmy soon as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, he's on.
Like I just fully expect something to conveniently come out because he has also stepped out of line like Russell did as well. Like some random lie.
He's getting very close to. He's getting very, 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 very close to the. He's skating on thin ice and he knows it. But what pisses him off more than anything is he's got a huge ego, and when the ego's damaged, he gets more enraged, and then the anger makes his comedy even better. And so it's almost like they're putting fuel on the fire.
Yeah.
To do this,
like they're making him so angry that he sometimes sets his TDS aside and defends Trump, and it's weird to see because that is a not Jimmy Dore take type of thing
at all. And what's beautiful is seeing people that come from really living their whole life wholeheartedly, and he's actually like traumatized by his friends and Stephen Colbert and the people that he knows to be epic comedians. And I love watching the Colbert Report, like because he was playing.
Back in the day, it was so good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and now I feel like he's not
so
playing
good.
the character anymore. He is that, like he is that guy, and
they're broken.
But of course, back then he was playing the character of a deranged right winger, and now he's just playing himself as a deranged left winger. Which again, I know, like we're talking about, like I know it's hard. Like I know we're trying to like be like copacetic about the differences between right and left, Democrat, Republican, all that kind of shit. But you get what I'm saying, right?
100%. It's just. I mean, we all do, but we have to be careful not to, because look, you can't look at a president. I don't care who you are. And I've said this to my family. I was brought up completely Democrat, but you can't look, you just have to use your common sense. So where does that turn from, I know I'm a Democrat, but grandpa is shitting his pants and can't finish a sentence. And that's our president. Like, you have to just go, you are seeing this, like we call things,
and you have to ask, how did this man get more votes than any other president ever in history? who's shitting his pants in front of the Pope and Queen Elizabeth and all these fucking people,
right,
and can't walk up a fucking flight of stairs or know how to walk up a fucking stage.
And
How
to
did
me,
this
I
man
just-
get
I
more
have-
votes than anyone?
Well, because that's how you know the system is rigged, guys. I mean, look at George Carlin.
Yeah.
I do believe the greatest.
Oh,
people-
yes. Yes, 100%. I got to give you that. Best ever. Loves. We got to talk. We actually got to. We got to do a whole fucking episode just talking about George Carlin sometime.
Oh, just talking about him, he so deserves it because everything he's saying
Absolutely.
is coming to fruition right now. It's all completely. Now, just if I may present, it's a 30-second clip. It won't get you banned. It's been accepted via the.
I want to get to. Oh God, how should we do this order? Because I've got to get to Blue Cord Devils super chat. Let's
All right,
do this.
let me show 30 seconds at Jimmy Dore, and then I have to go to get out of because I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked.
No, because this totals up to $100. You have to say hello to your friend. Blue Cordell for $40 says my cat is bigger than your dog. A lot of laughing faces, a lot of shots. That should make $100. Rachel, I'm going to share it with you. I already sent you a text message. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to make it worth your while.
No, I don't want any money. I don't want blood money.
I'm asking for you to have to put a
Because
fucking
once
giant
this
death
thing crawls
beetle
on
on your
my
fucking arm.
Once this thing crawls on my arm and I get vaccinated because Bill Gates is sending this thing because he's already genetically modified the mosquitoes and sent them all over. Like how can we have a hot British evil guy instead of a geeky guy that no one ever looked at in high school? and he's like, and the only thing he can do is like, I'm gonna block out the sun, genetically modify mosquitoes, and then murder millions of people with the jibby jab in third world countries. I don't know, just having a British accent and look a little.
How do we
Pierce
get that fucker in South Africa gets Elon Musk? I figured that'd be a good comparison. Elon Musk. I mean, he's not British, but I mean, he's much more charismatic than fucking.
When Elon lets me back on the twit and the twat and the X, I will, because he's on a balancing scale right now where my intuition likes him.
You heard everybody. Let's everybody protest. Elon Musk, let Rachel back on the twat. She said.
Well, it's X. It's X now.
No, it's twit.
That sounds much worse. So let's get X. Triple X. Rachel on twat.
I don't want it anymore. Like I with him and his freedom of speech, and then I just can't get the channel back, and I had thousands and thousands. It's like I don't want to go back there. Oh God. Okay, my cat is bigger than your dog. You know what? That might be true because my dog is like, but that beetle is bigger than both your cat and dog because this beetle is, and it just is staring at me. If this
is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what. I need to share this 30-second clip to get ready for this.
I'm gonna say this first. Everybody, she is sacrificed. You better click on her link in the video description below. Somebody grab that up and share it in the chat. Click on Rachel Reenstra's TikTok. Go to her TikTok. Go to her website. I've got her website, Instagram.
Seriously.
Go check it out. She is sacrificing her precious arm to get crawled on by a murder beetle.
Share this 30-second clip. This is so good, and then I'll put that thing on my arm. And if it does poke me, we're gonna do 1 week follow-up. And if I'm in the,
a 1 week follow-up from the ER where you will be paralyzed and unable to.
Because it's all it does is staring at me, and I do feel like it's got a camera, and I do feel like I've ordered quite a few things from China lately.
Oh,
all right.
Well, when that happens, she will hear that British voice though. At that time, she's like, "No, Miss Reenstra, I want you to die." Yeah.
Did you like that experience with the rhinoceros beetle, Miss Reenstra? If that's your real name, or are you the manager of Lockheed Martin? Bom, bom, bom. We are in a fucking movie.
If you want to, pull that link up. Looking over on the Rumble side, D. Conestruck. Good show so far, troops. Thank you very much. Welcome to Vets Talking, man. Happy to have you over there on the Rumble side. Much love and appreciation.
This is my 30-second clip before I die from Beatlemania. Oh my God, Beatlemania! I just made it.
It's Beatlemania all over again.
Rhinoceros.
Only this time with the rhino beetle.
Gigantic thing on my arm. Oh God, I should have taken
just harness and go back to your wild.
That's been tested on 3 mice. Where are you, Bill Gates? All right, hold on. World Health Organization, can you just video this for them so they can create a vax for this immediately? All right,
we'll get the wildlife docs right on it for you,
dude. If I start turning, I do this and it's fun, it's a show, blah blah blah, and like a month later, I start like some shit starts growing on my head, and then I start to like curl. Like, what if this is like the movie, The Fly, and all of a sudden I turn into like
in time for Halloween,
like a rhino.
Exactly. You're gonna save money on a costume for Halloween.
No, it's gonna happen much slower than that. I'll just start crawling like this. I'll be like, I don't know.
Halloween costume. I'm sure it's not a sexy cat, but
if this is a setup, what if you know Bill Gates and you know China and it's all set up and this is the one moment and then this all happens so that I can put that on and then they're actually vaccinating me because I'm gonna do it. But let me share
this. It's been a long con all along, all the way back to 2020 when I was there helping out the video shoot. Then all of a sudden, just now leading up 3 years later to get you to put a beetle on your arm. You're exactly right.
And of all the things I could share, before I do this, of all the things I could share more of my videos. I have a really funny video about chemtrails, and it would be, but no, I'm sharing my ex-boyfriend. You want to know why? Because it's a great example for your show, because you're up there, about how you can change your mind from a situation that happened. That's all. I'm just saying I could take this to show more of my comedy, but I'm not. I'm showing my ex-boyfriend, which we don't talk anymore. But look at this. This is called forgiveness.
People to get the vaccine. I told people to wear masks. I got angry at people who weren't wearing masks. I was that person. And then as soon as I looked into it, after I got vaccine injured, everything I looked into, they were lying about. And I don't understand why my friends got mad at me instead of getting upset that they were being lied to. They don't care that they got lied to by Fauci and by the CDC and by corporate media and by big pharma and by government and by everybody. They don't care. They got upset that I got it right. They're angry at me because I got it right. And they'll never forgive me for getting it right.
I love that anger. I mean, it wasn't fun to date, but it's really fun to watch now. Like, it wasn't fun to like,
get the passion.
Comedians have passion and anger, and it's a beautiful thing from a distance. Okay.
Self-deprecation.
All right. So how do we make the thing happen? I put it on you know what I'll do? I'll put it on St. Joseph's card.
Holy shit, Jesse's popping in. Welcome. First time, Dan, he's fucking gone. All right, well.
He booted himself on.
What is St. Joseph's card there?
Leave me alone. I'll bring myself in when I'm ready.
My bad, dude.
All right, Rachel,
shit.
go ahead. Go ahead, Rachel. You were in the middle of something. By all means, go right ahead.
No, I have to put a rhinoceros beetle on my arm right now, which is really just Bill Gates wanting to vaccinate me. And so guess what's going to happen?
Because Adam likes to torture women.
This is right. Yes, clearly. Tiff knows. Yes, this is my goal to torture women.
With the best. How are we going to view
She's
this?
about to get the Beetlejuice.
Watch this happen. So,
all right, everybody.
Oh my God.
I wish I had a drum roll.
That was brilliant. He just said the most brilliant thing ever. Rachel's about to get Beetlejuiced.
I would Beetlejuice the shit out of Rachel. I'm just putting that out there right now. I would Beetlejuice the shit out of Rachel.
And you guys think I'm not good for anything.
No, I'm super excited for Beetlejuice too. That's the best part. Michael Keaton's excited. Tim Burton's excited. Like, what more could we ask for? Beetlejuice.
I'm gonna try to get this.
Right. We're watching Beetlejuice 2 right now. This is what we're watching.
I'm gonna unplug this because it's
where are you gonna go?
Nervous.
Are you leaving us? What are you doing?
Wait.
Well,
do you
this
unplug-
way we
you
won't
have to
hear.
pull her
So-
off screen if she's gonna leave us.
Yeah.
No, she's not leaving us. She's gonna put a beetle on her. She just can't hear us, and we can't talk to her. But
okay.
she's gonna put this giant murder beetle on her arm right now, everybody.
Ooh,
And thankfully, because Blue Cord Devil came in with this last $40 chat,
You son of a
talking smack about his cat being bigger than her dog. I mean, that's just
Wait a minute,
rude.
what-
But this
does mean I
beetle.
need to take a shot? I need to take a shot.
No, we got shots. We got shots coming out. I still got to take the shot, but we're gonna watch this. I don't know what she's doing now with the cup. What?
Well, I mean,
what's
I can
the-
think about a
Reading
few
her
things that
tea
she's
leaves?
doing right now. I mean,
What-
I'm down. Oh, yo, put it in your mouth. Come on, baby. Put it in your mouth slowly. Shh.
What
Just
is-
put it in your
what
mouth.
are you
Come on.
Are
She
you
has
on
like
the
glasses?
a little bit of whiteness, a little
Well,
bit of
what would
whiteness
God
right in her
say?
mouth, a little bit of whiteness right in
I
her
mean,
mouth.
she's an actress, but now
Dude, she's
I'm
been on a
like, she
casting
spent
couch.
too
It's
much
okay.
time in California, is what I'm guessing. I don't know what the hell she's pulled out of there.
We can't
No,
hear you, babe.
she's been on a we can't hear her. She's been on a casting couch. I mean, like it's one of the situations. You've been in Hollywood long enough, like I'm just,
First
She's
of
getting
all,
prepared.
she can hear us now. Look at her. Look, she can hear us now.
Now she's like, no, dial back.
First
now,
of
motherfucker.
all,
Yeah, dial back,
I would
Comedian and
motherfucker.
television
I would
host.
never. Yes, dear. Go ahead.
I
Comedian
wish I could
television.
tell Rachel we cannot actually
Shut
hear
up,
what
Adam.
she's
Yeah,
saying.
no, we
Adam,
can
we
hear
can
her.
hear her
Adam, you
now.
can't. We
Oh.
can. Be quiet, Adam. Go ahead, Rachel.
Oh, you better fucking hear me because I'm gonna scream.
Okay.
Baby, I'm listening to every word. Tell me more. Tell me more. Please. tell me
Jesus,
more.
Jesse.
By the way, this is my professional setup. So I've got that. And there's the trees behind me, and get this, because this was too low. I was baking cookies 2 nights ago, but the cookie batter didn't turn out. So this is what I put it on, and that.
What the?
That looks like my uncle. So I had an uncle of mine, best chef in the world. The man would try to make bread. The dog would not eat it, okay? Because like he liked to screw with recipes, right? So you can't screw with bread, right? You can't screw with bread. It's a chemical reaction, right? Yeah, no, that's that. That looks like, yeah. Oh man, that's
They were
wrong.
meant to be chocolate chip cookies, and now it's served as a something that. You know what?
The ants
now-
won't eat.
Work with
The
what
ants
you
won't
got
eat it.
in the wild. When you're in the wild, like this adventure. All right.
Now we know why the Beale ship is actually a cookie monster.
Right.
She's actually in a Hilton. Don't let her lie to you.
There we go. Oh no. I mean, there are twinkly lights and there is electricity, so I ain't roughing it that bad.
Yeah,
We got-
exactly.
Oh, here we go.
Exactly. She's clamping like a motherfucker.
That's brilliant.
You
I wish
hear-
I had
you
a
hear-
drum roll. I gotta get a
Can
drum
you-
roll going.
Can you guys hear the RVs in the background?
No, there's no.
Oh,
It was so no. I live next to another cat. That's like the gingerbread cabin. This is my
Oh,
cabin, and my house is down there. You can see.
ladies
you
and
can
gentlemen,
see.
for anyone who just popped in, we're waiting for Rachel to put a giant murder beetle on her arm. She's clearly trying to draw it out.
Vamping and
She's waiting for it to run away, and it's not running away.
Oh no! It hasn't moved since it came here. It hasn't moved.
Maybe it's
It
dead and
literally
won't get back.
it can't be real. Oh shit! Oh god! There went all my flyers for the house that St. Joseph hasn't sold yet.
Yeah, that was her knocking the beetle, trying to knock the beetle
Yeah.
off of the
Like,
off
oh,
the
no,
table.
stepped
And knock
on
it
it.
out.
There's a certain reason
There's
why
a
we
home
don't
for
like,
sale.
we don't
If
let
I
women out
die,
in public
there's
for
a
a
home
reason.
for sale. Okay.
Oh, that's good to know. Do we have a discount? If you die there, can we claim it as a discount? Be like, look, I know the person that died there, so like, can I get a little bit better of a discount? Like, it's one thing you have to register that, right? When a death happens, like you have to register that. So like, look, if I knew her though, like I should get a little bit of an extra of a discount because not only am I going to be like,
I don't live there anymore. It's my parents.
right,
that wanna
but
sell
I'm
it.
well, yeah, but I'm gonna think about you every time I live in that house. Every time I walk down that hallway, I'm like, I'm gonna think about you. I'm trying to get a discount. I'm just trying to get a discount. Okay, I just want to get a discount.
Soup.
All right, here it is, guys. Here it is.
Oh god, I can't
This
believe
is my finger.
Game over. Game over.
Game over.
This is not.
That's a big ass beetle.
Come on, beetle.
Big ass beetle.
I just
Pick
wanna
it up
get
from
this
the
out.
back.
This is your profession for how many years?
Yeah, but I got paid in the, and it was before I got canceled. Oh God.
Wait, so you got canceled.
Hey, you know
Fuck
what?
this, and never doing this shit.
But you know
It's
what
a
the thing
prop.
about it is?
It's a prop.
The best thing about
The
it
prop from her
nowadays
show.
is they can't.
That's
They
the
can't-
look on her face.
That look
No.
She's
so out.
No
She's
one's
like, "Fuck
ever gonna
this, I'm so
on your
done."
show again, Adam. You asshole.
She's like, I used to get paid $25,000 an episode for this shit. You guys asked me to come in here and do it for free. This is
You
bullshit.
guys conned her into this. Donate to veterans.
Yeah, how did I end up doing this? I was just supposed to be a guest. What the?
She's praying to the sea.
I never said you had to do it.
No, you guilted her into it.
Yeah.
This is a set. Do not separate. And this is a set. It's 2 cards. I'm gonna have St. Joseph help me right now.
Everyone, be
You're
sure
brave.
to show some love to Rachel. Here's
Don't
being a
worry,
good
it's-
sport. Click on her links in the video
literally-
description below.
As big
Hey,
as
F way.
Oh, look, he just opened his mouth. Holy shit.
It's real. It's real. It's real.
Somebody Google if it
Hell no
bites.
from
Somebody
me.
just Google if it bites.
Hey, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Remember, there's a Bible study on
I don't
Sundays.
think it was
Okay,
a
we deal with
requirement to
beetles.
be on skin.
Does
Just
it
put on the
bite?
sleeve.
You just Google if it bites. Does a rhinoceros beetle bite? Can someone
I
Google
got
that?
you. I'll check.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We got.
That is a big.
Gals got it. Gals got it.
Rachel, you
Yeah,
do not
probably
have
bites,
to.
probably
Rachel,
doesn't-
you do not
I'm
have to
doing it.
do
Don't-
this. You do
I'm
not have to
doing
do
it.
this.
Just Google
This is
does
the
the
best thing ever.
rhinoceros beetle.
They're
bite?
herbivores that feed on different vegetation.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. It wouldn't even hurt. Doesn't
They
even
do
hurt.
not
Doesn't
bite
hurt.
or sting humans.
No, doesn't even hurt.
They do not
See?
buy or
You
sting
can just
humans.
make that up. I
You'll be
don't-
fine. You'll be fine.
It probably, as long as you don't put your finger in its mouth area, I'm sure you're gonna be okay. But either way, I would sue Adam.
Yeah.
Wait, wait.
No, it's. I agree with Aberrate. It's
Sue.
just a xenomorph, baby. It's all right.
There's a reason I only stream
Oh, it is
Skinamax
moving.
Saturdays on my. On
Oh
channel.
my god.
Oh, look, he's so cute.
That is not cute.
He's all great. I'm getting him.
Okay.
He's like,
It's on my
he's like,
computer.
look.
Nobody panic. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
like, look,
It's still alive.
He's like, look, I just want to roll you some dung, man. I just want to show you this really cool shape
Rachel,
that I can make out of dung. Why are you so angry? Why are you so upset?
Shut up and just let it happen. Here it goes.
That's right. That's right. And don't you forget.
Yes! Look at you! Look at you! Going back to your roots.
So we tell,
It's the wildlife dog all over again.
No. Oh, you took over. I don't want you to be hurt. Are you okay?
What's
Oh
on the
my
menu?
god, that's so great. Yes, and it's still alive. It's alive.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know what. I'm gonna give him my cookie dough. How about that?
There you go. Make some use out of that. Good sport. Good sport says I'll bat witch wiggler. Thank you. Yes, good sport. Yeah. Rachel, thank you. She's flustered. She's flustered.
Rachel,
Nothing
send
has-
something really horrific to freaking Adam and make him put it on his fucking arm.
Yes.
How about that? No, guess what? You're gonna come on my You're gonna come on my live stream, motherfucker, and you're gonna hold.
We'll come
I don't
up
know
with some
what. I don't
shit.
know what.
Yeah,
But
make
that
him put a
thing-
snake
look
on
how
his
it's
worm.
moving. You know what's so weird?
Snake on his worm. Whoa, whoa,
Guys,
whoa.
I'm not even kidding. Like when it was on my arm, it was like trying to give me a high five. I swear, if there was a close-up cam.
Oh,
was
we'll,
like
we'll do
doing
we'll
it.
do we'll do a slow-mo replay.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You guys, now
I'm
it's
sure.
moving. Look,
I'm
now it's
sure-
leaving. Look, I'm
Now
not-
it's
I'm not
Lacey.
saying
All I
that.
want to do is just say hi the whole time.
Look.
He's like, get me on stream. I wanted to say hi to
Yeah.
your people.
You see him? Look, he's just walking away. I don't know where he's
No,
going.
you
My job
threaten
is
to
done.
feed you threaten to feed him the cookie dough.
Oh, yeah, that could be it.
No, like, I ain't touching that
He's like, I don't want
shit.
that shit.
Look, oh my God,
Oh,
no, he's gonna
she's
jump.
saying,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
It
Look
jumps at the camera.
Look,
Like,
look,
Get that shit out
oh
of my
my
face.
God, what are they doing? No,
he's trying to get the fuck out of there.
committing.
Well, what do I need to do? Where should I place
Self-harm.
him? Where should I
I'm pretty
place
sure
him?
he survived
He'll
this
figure it
long. He'll
out.
be fine on his
Well,
own.
He got up there.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing.
He
This
can
is how you
go
know you're-
his own way.
All right, we gotta show some love to Blue Cordell for the $40. So let's just go to the old trustworthy one. Thank you, Blue Cordell. Cheers.
Drink.
Let's see those shots emojis, which still, by the way, I got to update the shots emojis. Make them look a little bit more impressive. And I got to know when I got to pour. Is Rachel just gone? Did the beetle kill her? Is Rachel, are you still alive?
I think she's saving it.
Ooh, deep breath.
Oh my God. I think I wish. Bad time to give up Xanax. Bad time to give up Xanax.
I got you.
Save me.
Hit me up. I have
Save
my
me.
licenses. Rachel. Rachel,
Save
hit
me
me up. I got my
from-
licenses. I'll get you taken care of. Don't worry.
She lives in Arizona. She ain't worried about needing a license to get drugs.
Yeah, motherfucker. I had guys from New Mexico call me and go, "Yeah, your stuff's better than the legal shit I can get." So yeah. Cheers.
A barrel with $20 for much respect, Rachel. Much respect. That was amazing. What should we play for her? Okay.
I'm gonna go pee.
And we'll let Dermy dance for you.
No one tell her, but that's not the biggest beetle in Arizona.
No shit, right?
Tuesday, actually, perfect time. I gotta take a piss too. Jesse, take over.
I got this. No worries at all. All right.
No, I feel like Jesse
motherfuckers.
came in friggin' drunker than you.
Well, no, actually, I'm like 6 beers in. I'm actually I'm like maybe like 10 beers in.
Jesse came in hot. Okay, Jesse came in hot.
Look.
Harassing our
All
guests.
all I heard was I got my, because I mod Thursday night for a channel that I have literally been part of since the inception, right? So I'm always there on Thursday nights for them. And trust me, I would love to be here, part of these political discussions, because you know what? We have absolutely incredible political discussions over here, right? You guys have good chops, a lot of veterans, and you know what? I will take a veteran's opinion over any other asshole out there any day long, right? It's just I can't always be here. But you know what? I heard we had an hour late tonight, and you know what else I heard to talk about? I heard somebody else besides me was talking about the fucking poke. And you know what? I got military veteran friends of mine that ain't never going to be the same because of that bullshit. And I had people go, "Well, you're a Republican, right? You voted for Trump. Aren't you going to get the shot?" I'm not.
On top of that, they mandated it, and then the ones that refused were basically said, "You're getting out." And then the military turned around and said, "Nope, it's not required anymore." So you got a bunch of guys that were being told they were getting out, hadn't been processed yet, are jaded as shit, so they're not going to stay in.
No. I had friends of mine that were already actually out because of that. And because their Navy officers told them, "Well, that's fine. You just go ahead and get out." My buddy, I had a buddy of mine, no bullshit, had a legitimate doctor's note, not a doctor's note from his medical officer that said, "No, because of your X, Y, and Z disease, you should not get the shot." Guess what? He's working for Southwest Airlines now, making $250,000 a year.
It makes no damn sense when our military's having trouble meeting recruiting numbers as it is.
Exactly. Dude, it's one of them things, like, that's one of the things, like, and Alf, I know you're still in. It's one of the things that, like, as a guy right now, it's like, if with everything that's going on right now, if it wasn't for our leadership, right? Like, if we would have been leadership, 5-6 years ago when I first got out, and you would have went, "Look, the whole world's gone insane. Israel's getting overrun. We're willing to take any vets we got. We're willing to take any vets we got. If you can still pound a rivet, if you can hold the fucking M16, shit's gone sideways." I'd have been like, "You know what? Sign my happy ass up. I'll go." But with the kind of bullshit that's been going on right now, Like, there's no fucking way, man. There's no way, brother.
I'll be happy to announce I've got about 8-9 months left, and I'm retiring.
Yeah, buddy! Congratulations! Hell yeah!
Cannot wait to have you out and on screen, brother. I cannot wait.
Yeah, Jesse wants you to come out, buddy.
I'd love to get on screen, but it depends on if depends on because
Shut up, Shellback.
Unfortunately, I still got to put food on the table. So if a federal job comes along, I may take it. So I may still be covering my face.
I'll tell you right,
That's
brother. You play your cards right, man. That retirement's enough. Trust me. You just got to move to the right places. I got some nice places for you here in South Texas. We'll get a little west.
Well, that's the other thing.
Look at this. What a surprise that Jesse's trying to get somebody to move for him.
That's the other thing. If
I'm trying to get. Look. I live in a state. Okay, I'll tell you exactly why. I'm trying to get actual. I'm trying to get you actual conservatives to move to the state of Texas. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Okay, because I live in a state. I live in a state filled with nothing more than boomer fucking rhinos. Okay, they will suck Greg Abbott's flaccid fucking dick all day long for the rest of eternity until the day they die. No matter how many of my friends lost their businesses because of the decisions Abbott made, no matter how many of my friends lost their jobs because of the decisions that Abbott made, it does not matter, because those boomer Republicans that vote in my primary in Texas, okay, made it to where I'm still dealing with that bastard that, guess what? I have no problem making this joke anymore. Will not stand up for anything. Okay? Yeah. I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care anymore. Okay? I don't care anymore. And you know what? I need green-haired anti-liberal. I need Devil Made Me Do It. I need Horny Alf. I need Shellback TGC. I need every one of my else Republican, slightly libertarian, or outright anarchist capitalist friends in my state that I can go, look, I'm just asking you to go vote for the asshole that's not right for the party. Okay, I just vote for me this way, and I promise we're gonna get zero tax, we're gonna get zero all this, and it's like, but I can't do that until the boomers are gone, and sadly, it's not the way I'd like to see the boomers go.
Don't get me started on my state. I'm right next to Texas, if you can guess. Very, very corrupt state, right next to Texas.
Nope. Yep, I know exactly which one you're in, then, brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. We got an Aussie in the chat. We got somebody who comes from a country that doesn't exist. Bring back common sense. Our Aussie friend. What's up? Well, we are all in the spring, but the heat is coming early. That's weird. It's getting cold here. That is so fucking weird. And obviously, it makes no sense. You can't possibly be in the spring now because we're in the fall. It's getting cold. You do not exist. Understand that.
No.
Just accept it. You don't exist.
They don't matter because, you know, it's one of those situations
where you're the past.
It's literally it's a continent that's literally based on a bunch of people that were criminals.
Yeah, you don't exist.
It's like literally like it's like us going Ellis Island or what was the one out in San Francisco? I'm having a brain fart right now. Come on, guys.
Alcatraz.
It's like us literally taking Alcatraz. Yeah, it's like us literally taking Alcatraz and going, hey, you know what? You guys are a country now. Okay,
Hey.
you guys are a country now.
Hey, Gal, let's not talk about your driving. We can get that started.
Ooh, that explains why she's always in the chair. That explains.
For anyone who saw that short I put out today.
This motherfucker is grossly misrepresenting that stream.
The scariest moment of my life.
No.
Y'all can't drive.
Hey, Devil was
Reason I
there.
was
He was afraid too.
No, hey.
Go fuck yourselves.
Crossing myself, holding the rosary. It was scary.
Tiff,
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Bible study to Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just FYI. Whenever Gal is driving, I highly recommend coming and watching one of the replays of the Bible study. It's just me reading straight out of the book. It'll probably make you safer in the car with Gal. That's all I'm saying. That's
How's
all
that for your Bible fucking study?
Damn.
This is why I love my Marine sisters.
Yeah.
This is why I love my Marine
Yeah,
sisters.
go watch that short. You'll second guess driving with Gal.
Shell back.
I saved
I need
your
Tiff
asses
to
multiple
know,
times. Go suck it.
Tiff.
Yes.
I watched that video. Okay, I fact checked it.
You watched the short?
No misinformation was
stream?
found in that short. Okay.
In the short, it is freaking deceptively edited, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it actually took a lot longer.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what, Tiff? You know what else is deceptively edited? You know what else is deceptively edited? The Marvels. And guess what? It's still gonna lose. It's still gonna lose $100 million.
Don't bring your nerd shit in here. This is Knife Hands.
Oh, you know what else is gonna lose? 90 million votes and still win? Joe Biden.
All right. I need to ask: is this deceptively edited or not? I need to know this from Rachel, who is an expert with her wildlife dogs. What the fuck are we looking at here?
That's a real cat.
No, that's a rat.
No, that's a real. Those are real.
That's a rat. Look at it. Rachel.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Look at his fucking paw. It is like a fucking rat.
That's a cat. That's a cat's paw without fur. Normally they're covered in fur. You can't see the
Looks
webbing
like
kind
a
of between the
Siamese
toes.
mix.
That is a cat.
He's got empathy.
I want to hear Rachel. Rachel, you are the wildlife docs expert. You have been viewed by millions of people. These people who are talking have not.
He's
Rachel, what are we looking at?
Viewed by millions of people.
I just so funny that you showed this because I just posted something on my Divine Detours board that says why you should get your pets spayed and neutered, because if a bunny sits too close to your cat or a rat does, it's gonna turn out like that. Now it does look. You know what gets me? Isn't that? It's the tail. Go back for 2 seconds and look at that.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Between a Siamese and another kitty.
That is a rat tail right there. That's not a cat tail.
Uh-huh.
That is a rat tail.
Yeah.
You're a rat tail.
That is a hybrid. That is
Rats don't meow.
See, I told you that Tiff don't like women.
I'm telling you.
I treat the guys the same exact way.
Look at how it stands. Look at his hind legs.
Now, kitty.
It's a bad kitty.
It's
my pie.
It's probably got mange or something.
Look at
and it's
this.
losing its
Look
hair.
at this claw. Look at its fucking web.
What? Without hair.
You realize that is a cat's paw without the fur.
The fuck it is.
It's got
That's a
something that's
web.
making it
It looks
lose
like it could
some of its fur.
I could swim.
Rachel.
I could swim.
Rachel.
If it were released into a big gigantic pond, it could probably swim and hold its breath.
My cats can swim in their normal kitties.
Poor cat.
Hey, no, my kitty.
I've not seen anything like that. Like in my reality, that is my cat, and he visits once a day when he wants to, and then he goes, and it's fine.
Oh, wait, is that the one that
That's
disappears and you think is dead?
Yep, every day.
Yep.
And literally, my landlord's just like, "Hey, guess what?" And look, I love how he sits like this. This is like the best. Like, just like I don't care how I sit. I'm like watching TV, sitting like an old.
Nice.
But I live on a ranch, and there are pigeons and peacocks and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! And this cat's a hunter, and so literally my landlord's like, you need to make sure your cat does not keep going over by the pigeons and killing them. And I don't know how to. I didn't adopt the cat. The cat came to me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, in the morning it's going to bring you a rhino beetle.
It's a cat. It's what cats do.
I know, and that's why I have to. I mean, I didn't adopt it. She's like, you better control your cat.
Are they pet pigeons? Like, are they carrying messages to his family? Like,
yeah, they're actually messenger pigeons. Like, where do I live?
Making...
Oh my God.
All right.
They're passenger pigeons, and they're in a gigantic, big outdoor aviary until he moves, and then he doesn't want them to relate that this is their home. So he's waiting until it gets warmer, and then he's going to take them all to his ranch up in Snowflake, Arizona. So there's passenger pigeons, there's ducks, there's peacocks that I feed every day. There's like 8 of them. And then there's roosters and a lot of cock.
Giggity.
Peacocks could be annoying.
Passenger pigeons were dead.
Well, peacocks they're beautiful, and they're amazing. And every day, it's one of my favorite things to do is to feed them.
Play with cocks.
And then there's 3 little babies, and they're gorgeous too. But I didn't know that they would be. This is them right there. That's peacock. They come every day, and they're when I feed them.
Yeah, when they're walking around the yard all damn day, going. Rah, rah. Yeah.
How do you know that?
He loves the cock.
Like that
He's
is
Navy, so therefore.
So they go to bed right that time every night, and I'm just I'm fine with it. It's just if I come home after 10, they're like a surround sound alarm system. And I'm like, oh my God. It scares the shit out of me.
Welcome, Venom Blade.
But they are beautiful, and they're 3 little cute babies. I can't help it. And now they come every morning. I open my sliding glass door, and they're just looking at me like, I'm like, present, motherfucker, before you get some of my cat food. And then dude goes like, how about this? How about this? I'm like, all right, I get you some cat food for that.
Why wasn't she full screen?
Unfortunately, she's just showing off what our modern military is doing nowadays, and that's exactly that's exactly our modern fucking military right there. Look at this. Dude, this is our modern military man right here. That's right. See, Rachel? Rachel, this is what we're talking about. That's a
guy?
That's a guy. That's a fucking guy.
You know what? It says last day of boot camp. I'd say last day of booty camp.
And somewhere Dermy Wormy's back
He's just loving it. He's just loving it.
That's what's gonna keep the evil at bay right there.
That's right. Yeah. This is gonna intimidate the fuck out of what's his face over in China and fucking Putin. They are scared as fuck of this dude.
Yep, Xi Jinping's sweating right now. Looking at that.
I've got to go see if my rhinoceros beetle is okay and get my lighting system that was in like the treehouse that I thought would be a great idea until I was attacked by every type of.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I've ever seen. I mean, every beetle except for fucking Paul, the only one alive. But I will tell you this. Adam's going to ask you guys a question that I need to know the answer before I leave this live stream. And I think you guys would be the one to answer this. And I find it very sus. Very sus. That's what the kids are saying now. Sus. That there are not it's not just a normal, I turn on Fox News and there's all these immigrants and all this, crossing the border. No, it's not like that. I lived in Chicago for 5 years. And even the police stations are full of the immigrants, and they're all of military age. Not a lot of women and children that I'm seeing. Do you guys know the art of war? Do you know what a sneak attack is? Obviously, you do, and it feels like over like thousands of that. I'm not going to give an exact number.
Trojan horse.
What's happening that we are getting? Well, we're fighting about. And by the way, my comedian inside of myself loves the fact that. Look at the Brady Bunch, all these squares of us. And I love the fact that people are like, look at this guy shaking his booty. We're all swearing and saying fuck and shit. And then there's like, by the way, Bible study. Please check out my Bible study. Check out. Anyway, fuck that shit. Look it over.
All right, what do I say? What do I say? On Sundays, what do? We talk about Jesus and shit.
Jesus and shit.
The beauty of comedy is noticing the dynamic of polarity of opposites and going, yeah, fuck it, fuck this, yeah, fuck that. Oh, by the way, go check out my Bible study.
Hey, that's That is veterans to a T.
Yes,
It is.
absolutely.
Anyway, I'm saying I love it. But I gotta get the Beetle and plug my computer in.
We
and
will
I
get
would
this
love to know.
conversation started that you were talking about.
Yeah.
I really need to
So-
know what that is, guys, because it's happening more and more, and it's everywhere. I mean, and it's, to me, I feel like we could be distracted and go back and forth about Republican, Democrat, and all this shit, you know. Or what are they doing while we're all fighting with each other? You silently and they're not just from fucking Mexico, like they're from Africa. Who's paying them to be here? And I'm not saying I have a problem with, if someone needs help, I'm going to help them. I don't care who it is. But what I'm saying is, when they're, let's just say, disabling the military to a certain extent, and like you were just saying about the jibby jab, and I call it the whoopee cushion, because like if I said vaccine, I'd get demonetized. But all of that's happening while all of these people are across the board, and not only it's not that there's a wall. There's like, they cemented it open, and no one's talking about this on the news every day. They should be showing the Chicago police stations with all of these immigrants. What's happening? Are we getting infiltrated? Is this the art of war? Is this a silent infiltration where all of a sudden,
here's the biggest number that before you run off to go help out your Beetle friend, is that we had numbers leading up all these months about how many people are on the terrorist watch list, and it would be like less than 5. It'll be trickle in, 1 here, 4 here, every single month. The most recent, it has gone up and up and up. Most recent month, 129 caught crossing our border on the terrorist watch list. Those are the ones that we caught.
they're giving us
Nothing like that ever in our history since we've been starting the terrorist watch list has it come anywhere close like that.
I
Usually
believe they're
it's
being
trickling.
paid to come here. I believe they're getting a cell phone and they're coming through, and all of a sudden, it doesn't matter if they're vaccinated or if they're checked or if they have
And-
a passport. They're getting a stipend monthly,
And our policy is to let them come in.
but it's not even about that. I believe that they're not only getting. Look, I'm looking at bricks, and do you guys, anybody know about the Dugan report? The whatever that is, that where it says literally, if you look it up, and I can show you, or you guys can Google it, and it's basically shows monetarily what's going to be happening in 5 years from now. And it, according to that report, which they tried to take down, but it's surfaced, it says that we will be losing 70 in America, 70% by 2025. That's a year and a half. 70% is about of the population that got the jibby jab. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a very interesting coincidence that, according to this report, this monetary report that they've been going by for years, and Europe too. So every country that's in NATO is going to be losing like a scary amount. But BRICS, the countries in BRICS, they're going to kind of lose a little bit by 2025, you guys. That's a year and a half. So this is a system they've been going on for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I can pull it up once I get the lighting down from and attracting all of the Beatles friends. But I want to know what you guys think about that, and if you research that, because that's something I just found out about a week ago.
Well, I mean, not the
the
BRICS thing, but I mean, as far as like everything that's been going on with the immigration quote unquote thing with the border, I mean, call it cloud and pivot is the biggest thing. When you look at cloud and pivot, I can't remember the full actual definition of it, but it essentially is you bring in a certain demographic of a person to change the demographics of an area. And in our case, in the United States, would be state by state. It happened in my old home state of Vermont, where back in the 70s, Vermont was a very hardcore farmer, very conservative, very right-leaning, Republican, whatever you want to call it, type state, until they made a cloud and pivot move. They incentivized people to come into Vermont, and now Vermont is just as blue as fucking New York. Now, it's the same thing with the immigration policy. The immigration is to bring in people. Now, it's not that these immigrants are Democrat, but when you say, hey, it's the Democrats who are bringing you in here, the Democrats, we as Democrats will give you housing and we'll give you free stuff and everything else, then the next thing you know, they're going to support Democrat policies. So that's when you have to really look at, and again, I know this is the debate on, I'm not trying to debate Republican versus Democrat. However, this is the cloud and pivot move, because now you look at all the Democrats who are pushing for not only driver's license, but voter ID. They want these people to be able to vote. That is the biggest move in there. And also, all of them are being included in the numbers. When they do a census roll, that's why they don't want people to have to say whether you're an illegal immigrant or not. They just simply want pure numbers. So California is being evacuated. They're moving to places like Arizona. You know that, Rachel. So California has to maintain their numbers. But California has to maintain their numbers by bringing in those illegal immigrants. California can maintain their numbers because the census roll has not yet gone to a point where they are accurately counting whether these people are actually American citizens or not. So California can maintain their the House. The House is the big thing. The House, because the House numbers will always change. Your Senate rolls will always be 2 senators, but depending on your population, the House is dependent on your population. If they weren't bringing those immigrants, then the House in California would be reduced probably by 3 seats at least by now.
Well, they want them to do the census. That's why they keep pushing it, but they still don't do it. That's why we lost 2 electoral college votes here in California, because people fleeing. It's probably going to be more next time around because people are fleeing the state and they're not taking the census. But you're right, that's why they wanted to. They wanted, because you also give federal money for how the federal money that they give states and stuff is also on your numbers, your population, and they want to keep those bolstered because they can't afford to lose the money they're getting federally because we're how shit our state is, essentially.
Yeah. Gives no fucks is keeping track apparently of all the money that. So now apparently we're up to $200. So what now, Rachel?
Oh God! Wait, I gotta.
Rachel's gonna go out there and make out with the Beetle next.
God, I'm just trying to.
Just don't make her wear booty shorts.
I was kind of wishing we had the. I was kind of wishing we had the Lion King music when she put the beetle on her arm. You know, they.
I'm so glad I didn't join in on that.
Oh my God! Okay,
you missed out.
I don't think you really understood. So please let me before this dies, because I'm gonna go up and get the. I'm on like almost 1% right now. Obviously, I didn't ask the question clear enough.
Oh, okay.
Please let me show you guys the screen, because this is like the most. I can't even describe to you how important it is for you guys to see this. Okay. Please, if there's a God, please don't let this die while I'm sharing this. But
plug it in.
I didn't just curse myself. Okay, here we go. Just please watch this. This is huge. This is huge.
You got it, Jesse?
All right. Ready? Ready? Okay, here we go.
Maximize it. Hit big screen.
Strongest country, the United States of America, is set to lose 68.5% of its population by the time 2025 comes around. The UK, United Kingdom, is set to lose 77.1% of its population. Between 2017, it'll go from 63 million to 2025, the population should drop to 14 million.
This is called the Deagle report. I had it wrong. DEAGEL. They've been going by this for years. They've never been wrong. And this is something we have to look at.
Pay attention. France, as you can see here, is set to lose 41.7% of its population between 2017 and 2025, with the start of 67 million and an end of 39 million. This is NATO. And Italy. Italy is set to lose 28.8% of its population from 17 to 25, going from 61 million, dropping down to 43 million. Are y'all paying attention or not? Let me show you what's supposed to happen to BRICS. Brazil is set to grow 1.4%. If you look here, from 2017 to 2025, their population is set to grow from 207 million to 210 million. Russia, BRICS, Brazil, Russia. Russia is set to lose 0.5%, going from 142 million to only dropping to 141 million. Pay attention. India is supposed to grow 4.8%, going from 1.2 billion to 1.3 billion. China is set to only lose 1.6%, going from 1.38 billion to 1.35 billion. And South Africa is only set to lose 5.5%, going from 48 million, dropping only down to 45 million. Can someone explain to me how it is set for BRICS to grow and for NATO, especially NATO's top 4, to lose 70% of its citizen population? Let's take a look at this again. The United Kingdom from NATO is set to lose 77% of its population. The United States is set to lose 68.5% of its population. France is set to lose 41% of its population. Italy is set to lose 28.8% of its population. The Deagle report shows that 69% of America is supposed to be lost by the end of 2025. The sad fact of this is 70% of America drank the Kool-Aid. Now, how in the hell can those numbers just magically add up?
Oh my god!
So we talking about because of how'd you describe it, the whoopee cushion or something like that?
It's not just that. This is a report that's verified. They try to take it down, put it back up, take it down. It's numbers, and the reason they have that report is to kind of validate and verify what's going to be happening with the economy. And if you just look at that, you can look at numbers. But why in the world would look if you guys put the pieces together? You can sort of see what's happening in the system, and that is a controlled demolition of our economy, of our system. And they obviously wanted to create a war with Iran. How would we do this? Well, that's really hand gliders, guys coming in on hand gliders. My friend is in the Israel military, and I messaged him right after the attack, and he called me and he said, we've been sold out by your country and our country. They are working together. Because I was in the military, and not 1 second do you take a day off. And it was exactly 50 years to the day that they were invaded before. And so even people in Israel are waking up that this is a controlled situation. It's still happening. There's still definitely people dying more in Palestine, or the Gaza Strip. But the point is, if you zoom up and you see that who is controlling all of this, either you're going to feel helpless or you're going to say, we've got to come together and decide what to do so that we're not controlled into this psyop and hypnosis of fighting us against them, Democrat against Republican. Trust me, I'm going to learn how to shoot a gun next week. I've never thought I would even have a gun. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Now I feel like I'm turning Republican. But I'm not. It's not about left or right, guys. It's literally
the flashbacks.
The information I just gave you. I'm hoping that sometimes people in the military, when they've in a way, you've been programmed just like the Catholics or just like a religious cult. Like because you are America, America, America. But if you zoom up, you go, shit, man, we've been lied to. And just like you shared with your story, the common nerd, whatever your name is, Dan.
Well, and that's one of the things too is about that is the aspect of like you're coming on a show that's filled with mostly veterans, right? And like that's one of the advantages. That's one of the advantages that veterans have is veterans have the ability to go, we remember what it was like when we got in. We remember what it was like when we enlisted. And we also remember what our senior NCOs, what our NCOs said, what it was like 10, 15 years ago. The smart ones do. The smart ones remember. Not everybody remembers, but the smart ones remember, right? And that's one of the things that we've seen in the past, especially 20 years. I would say probably even in the past 2 or 3 years. I was one of those people 15, 20 years ago, even during the Obama administration. If you would have asked me, does my son need to enlist in the U.S. military? I would have told you yes. I would have told you yes, because there are certain skills you learn. There are certain aspects that you learn joining the military, going through basic training.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain values, right? There's certain values you learn, right? And I respect the shit out of those values. I get my great uncle was the first captain of a U.S. submarine to go to circle under the Antarctic Ocean, right? So I've got a history of military family, right? I can trace my DNA all the way back to the Revolution, okay? But if my son looked at me right now and said, Dad, should I enlist? I would tell him no, not under any circumstances should you. Now, do I think we can fix that? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Because I think there are certain core aspects in the military. It doesn't matter if you're a Marine, like my beautiful friend Gal, or a dumb little ground pounder, like my dear sweet friend Adam. It doesn't. It doesn't.
They're still mouthy when they drink.
I know, right? But it doesn't matter because they all want to eat at my chow hall, right? They all want to eat at my chow hall.
Damn
so it
right.
Matter. That's
exactly. We're all jealous of the cushy life of the Air Force, man.
The Air Force chow hall is like amazing.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And you know what? I'll make jokes about the Coast Guard all day long. But it doesn't matter. The Coast Guard, Air Force, Airman, Marine, Army, Soldier, Navy, it doesn't matter. Any of those guys.
The National Guard can just.
I dated one. Don't judge me, okay?
Judging harshly.
If you've seen her, you wouldn't judge me.
I want
if
answers.
you'd seen her, you wouldn't judge me.
You're military.
Okay,
I want fucking
okay.
I want answers about what I just showed you. That Eagle report. I want answers about the fact that you fucking think my friend that served in the military as well. And I talked to him right when that attack happened with hand gliders. What kind of fucking simulation are we living in where you really think that this Gaza Strip, which by the way is like this, you saw how big it is, and they keep just bringing it.
Yeah, it's small. It's smaller than fucking Rhode Island.
Rachel,
it's way smaller.
Rachel, do you want me to explain that? You want me to explain that strip to you? Okay, so here's the funny part about that. I don't have to go political. Right? So, and we've made jokes about this. Everybody makes jokes, right? I have a friend of mine. I love Brahma to death. He calls me preacher nerd, right? On Sundays, we are currently going through the Old Testament, right? We're in Numbers right now, okay, right? But if you read through the Old Testament, what happens? It's Israel, it's Gaza, it's Egypt. It's like literally the same places that we are arguing over in the Middle East right now are the same places that our ancestors were arguing over in the Middle East 2,000 years ago. And it's one of those things. It's like you look at Israel, you look at Hamas, you look at all this nonsense. Why does Israel exist? Because World War II happened. Because World War II showed the entire universe, as far as I'm concerned, the entire universe, that guess what? Evil is going to try to do evil. Demons are real, and they are going to try to do their best to kill God's. And as a Christian, I am saying this, to kill God's chosen. Why else have Jews been targeted time and time again? But either way, whether you believe in any of that nonsense, whether you believe in any of that or not,
so
at the end of the day,
I'm watching scriptures come true right now. So I'm 100% with you. But I don't believe that God has a fucking borderline. And I don't believe that when my friend who lives in Palestine watches all these babies and kids get blown up in the fucking hospital, that is not where they should have struck. And guess what? You think you can delete a race? Do you know what that does? Energy, right? If you do something even quantifiably, it has nothing to do with politics or religion. Whatever you put out will come back sevenfold. So you put out something like that, and now these babies that have watched their whole fucking family get murdered in front of their eyes, they, for the rest of their life, will have a vendetta, and they will, no matter what. It's like war breeds war.
Well, and actually, and what's funny, it's funny that you say that too, because that's one of the things that's one of the biggest issues inside of quote unquote Palestine, which Palestine doesn't technically exist, but that's an argument for another day. But the point that I'm trying to make is one of the problems that's been inside of that very boxed in culture is a lot of them marry their first cousins, right? And we know what happens when you marry your first cousins, right? Your IQ lowers, all of that kind of stuff, right? So you hear these kids. You're talking children. But this is the scariest part, right? I've seen videos of these kids that are my son's age, that are like, well, my daddy, my mommy told me that this person is bad and they did horrible things to my ancestors, and so therefore I should hate them forever. And I'm like,
so okay,
you are the worst parent on the planet. You're the worst parent on the planet.
I want to go into the example. Okay, so we can talk all day long about what happens when atrocities happen to families it doesn't matter what side, in any single side. There's always going to be somebody who's going to stand up and say, okay, now this person is absolutely my enemy. We hear about it all the time. And when I spent 5 years in psychological operations, one of the worst things that we had to deal with all the damn time I only did one deployment in combat with PSYOP. And when I was out there with Iraq, unfortunately, I was in one of the worst areas in the Al Anbar province, in between also in Fallujah and Ramadi. Terrible fucking situation. We would hear all the damn time, we're out there, sorry, gal, Marines. And it's just the thing. Unfortunately, it's just the Marines were in that situation. Marines were very brutal, though. I'll bet anything, if the Army was there, it would still suck because it was a fucking wild, wild west. Motherfuckers were killing Americans, and we were fucking retaliating. And what happened every single time? There would be some cousin or brother or son or daughter or whatever would pick up the fucking gun of their dead relative and say, now I'm going to put my life on the line forever and ever to kill Americans. They are the worst. But however, this also works in reverse. We've had decades of war now in America, where now we've heard nothing but how Arabs are constantly killing our soldiers. And we have a lot of patriotic people who want to say, now I want to go kill Arabs. A lot of that is ignorance. Unfortunately, a lot of that is ignorance. And I see you shaking your head, Jesse, but there is a lot of ignorance out there where you do get those ones who say, I want to kill some fucking Arabs. Those guys do exist.
Right.
My point is that there is always going to be people on every side. I'm only using Americans in that as an example. There's the same thing with Russia and Chechen. The same thing. I'm not going to say which one is right and which one is wrong. The thing is they're going to constantly keep killing each other, and there's constantly going to be people who's going to pick up the fucking gun and say, I am now going to fight for the person who killed my friend or relative.
Okay, well I'm glad you're willing to take that stance, and this is why I'm going to tell you why I take the stance, and I'm going to tell you right now why the fuck I will stand with Israel for the day until the day I die. Okay, because this is what the Iranian government.
To be clear,
believes.
I'm not saying which one is right and which one is wrong on that.
Okay, well, I'm willing to. I am willing to, and this is why I'm willing to. Okay, because the Iranian government believes in the third Imam. Okay, if you don't understand what the third Imam is, you need to look it up. And I'm going to give you a brief little glimpse of what the third Imam is. Okay, the Iranian Muslims. Okay. I'm not saying all Muslims. There's a couple of them that I like. But for the majority of part, I believe that Islam is a demonically influenced religion. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you look at the Iranian government, if you read the Iranian government and you read Hamas's actual articles that are put out there on the internet. And
Rachel, by the way, this is where the
understand-
knife hand's coming out. This is knife hands right here. Yes,
Right,
go ahead, Jesse.
But you understand what Hamas exists for. Hamas, when they say, you know what Hamas means when they say from the river to the sea, they mean they want to eliminate Israel. They mean they want to my brother Mephisto, him and his 9.75 million brothers and sisters that are Jewish that are currently living in Israel right now, they want them all to die. Okay. If you look at what Iran believes as far as the 13th Imam and stuff like that, you know how they get to paradise? You know how they get their Armageddon? You know how they get their apocalypse? They turn the world into an apocalypse. They turn their world into a disaster. Their goal is to turn the world into fire because they believe that is what will bring about their Messiah. Okay. So whereas Christians believe that the only way for you to get to heaven is to go, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I've been a really bad person. And Lord, I am going to try to follow you. I believe you are X, Y, and Z. Whereas the Iranian 13th Imam Islamists, the ones that are currently funding Hamas and trying to wipe out Israel, they believe that the only way they will bring about their paradise is to drive the entire world into chaos and wipe out every single Jew in existence. These people make Hitler look like fucking child's play.
Listen, the answer is not to bomb hospitals with innocent people that have nothing to do with Hamas.
They didn't bomb it.
That's not who bombed the hospital.
Yeah,
Hamas!
Rachel. No.
Hamas bombed the hospital.
Jesse, dial it down. Jesse, dial it down. Jesse, we can try to bring facts without yelling.
I'm totally open to believe. I'm open to that. I've been talking to my friend that lives in Palestine every day, and my friend that lives in Israel.
Jesse.
Jesse, I'm listening to the people that are there right now every day. I'm talking to
my friends live there.
Okay. Let's. Okay.
And maybe Hamas did bomb the hospitals. Maybe it wasn't Israel. Maybe Israel didn't bomb anything.
Rachel, it was a malfunction missile or rocket. There's video from many different angles that shows a barrage of rockets that went over the hospital, and one malfunctioned, and you can even see the shrapnel shoot down in that direction. And the video and the pictures show the hospital did not even explode. It was only an impact in the parking lot. There was about a dozen vehicles that looked like it was burnt, and the reports are saying that maybe about 20 people died, but that even seems like an exaggerated number. When you look at the blast area, it was very minimal. It was a big fireball essentially because it was an Aaron rocket. It wasn't a full explosion.
If you read Hamas's,
Jesse, please let Rachel.
Okay, go ahead.
People dying, and I know there's passionate views on each side, and I can show you with my friend talking from the ground, showing video of the area that's flattened. I'm thinking about the innocent lives of children of the Gaza Strip. I understand your passionate views, and I agree with you, Jesse, 100%. I agree with you. I'm all behind that. What I am seeking to try to understand as a human being and a spirit that wants peace, as we all do, is the answer to what we all want, right? What is that answer? I do believe that somehow, because war breeds war, hate breeds hate, killing breeds more killing. And this has been proven over time. So, and I know that the bankers and the ones in control and the puppet masters that are controlling Biden, you think he fucking even knows he's president? Come on, be smarter than that. The controllers that have been behind all of this have wanted a war with Iran for a while, and China and whatnot. And now what I've asked you guys to answer was that video I've showed you about the depopulation that no one yet has addressed. That will happen.
Okay.
So I would like to hear about that.
I'm big. Let me do two things real quick because I'm big on the depopulation. I am
that report that you saw.
Yeah, I'm huge on the depopulation thing. There's a X-Wing brother. Good to see you.
I'll send you a link if you want to pop in, dude.
Yeah, send him to him. I'm huge on the depopulation thing, right? My wife and I, we've got our 5th kid on the way, right? Because we are trying to intentionally go, your depopulation nonsense is BS. We're following the Elon Musk thing. I've been saying this for years that our goal, if because the other side, and I hate to say the other side because it's essentially what as a Christian, I believe it's people that we can't necessarily reach. Like I believe in the old adage of those with eyes to hear and ears to sorry, I'm a little drunk. Ears to hear. Eyes to,
Go ahead, brother.
Right, but look, hey, we're all sinners. Like I have no problem admitting the fact that I screw up all the time.
But I showed you a report that said in 2025, that's a year and a half, there'll be 70% of the U.S. population, and it has not been wrong.
Well, here's my question: Where does 70% of that population go in a year and a half?
But this is my thing. This is my thing. We already know that we're facing a population crisis, right? We already know we're facing a population crisis. And so that's why I'm trying to have more kids. That's why Elon Musk is like, hey, I'm going to bang every crazy chick I can get a hold of because at least I can have a baby.
Doing my part.
Right, exactly. He's doing his part, and I'm doing my part too. My old lady's, like I said, 5th one on the way. But the other thing about that is when it comes to Iran, right? When it comes to Hamas, people want to go, oh, I just want to have a ceasefire. I just want the children to stop dying. When you look at and you can look this up, this is public information. You literally have a library in your phone right now. You can look up Hamas's charter right now from the 1980s when they were formed. Do you know what Hamas's goal is? To wipe out the Jewish population.
Well, I've also got to add.
You've been saying that over and over again, and you haven't answered about the report that I showed you.
Let me add.
What was the report?
I was going to add something. As far as Gaza goes, Gaza does hold elections, and they have elected Hamas as the leadership of Gaza.
Over and over and over again since 2005.
So I can't feel sorry for the civilian population that keeps electing a terrorist organization as their leadership.
This is what my friend just said. They don't want to believe the report on Deagle. They're not answering your question. They're not listening.
So are they not? So do they not want to watch the videos from my buddy Mephisto, who is on the ground making those videos?
I'm not talking about Hamas. I'm talking about the Deagle report that I just showed you. Nothing about.
Okay, let me see the what's the report that you're talking about?
Hey, X-Wing, what's up?
What a time to come in!
No,
what an incredible time!
You really did not want to come here.
He's like, are you sure I wanted to show up? I'm not entirely sure.
So Rachel, meet X-Wing. He has a Star Wars channel.
Not anymore.
Star Wars guy.
No, he has a Twitter X channel.
X-Wing, do you really? You don't have a Star Wars.
He's gonna sue them. He's gonna sue Elon Musk for $250,000. Him and Arcadia are gonna get $125K each just for the payoff, and it's gonna be great.
I forgot about that.
Adam,
I'm supposed to sue
you. Why did you forget about that?
Adam,
I'm trying to get you and the wife to buy a house. What are you doing?
The people that
Jesse,
Jesse, share their comments.
Say it again. I didn't hear what you said, Rachel.
I said just share the comments because they're really interesting while we're all talking. It'll help people because they're not all reading. Just like click on them so people can read them underneath because yeah. There's a really nice.
Big shout out to Facebook. I don't get a lot of Facebook chats on here. Eddie James, have an excellent rest of your night. Taking off. Author Stephen Walton did pop in with the $2. Thank you, Author Stephen Walton. Got to have you back on the channel again sometime, buddy. Congratulations on your channel growth. Thank you very much, Stephen Walton. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, what are you up to now, bro?
Coming up on 12,000. Nowhere near you, Mr. 20K. Didn't you just hit that last week?
It was there, and then it was up, and then it was. Don't ever pay attention to the number.
Oh never. Yeah, dude, I was like on such a fucking high growth for so many months, and then I had a day where I was -6.
Is that when you shared the dick pics out? Is that when?
I mean, apparently YouTube doesn't like dick pics. I don't know why, man.
It's wild.
Just like I don't get it. Shit, I thought that was gonna bring the ladies in.
You thought you DM'd him to X-Wing, but unfortunately you put him out to everyone.
Unfortunately, it went on a fucking community post.
Shared them to Twitter, so that was my fault. Sorry,
complete mistake. Total mistake.
So X-Wing, what's your deal? X-Wing, what's your situation with the?
He's all Star Wars.
So
I used to have a Star Wars channel.
Used to.
Yeah, I've kind of given up on it. It sucks. I had a lot of hope for a long time.
Why? That's I don't know if you know Lucas Arts Entertainment.
Never heard of it.
So I did the voice. I was in Grim Fandango, and then there was a couple other Lucas Arts. Yeah,
I forgot about. Dude, I forgot. Hold on, Rachel. Hold on. I was gonna share. I still. By the way, Dave McFarland. I got to go back to your super chat as well. I know I skipped over, but yeah, holy shit, perfect fucking timing. Look at this, everybody. Our friend Rachel here, known for Splinter Cell, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars X-Wing Alliance.
I'm still firmly under the belief that Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was 2005 or 2004, that was the greatest Star Wars game they ever created.
Oh my God.
Because our friend Rachel Reenstra voiced in that.
Yeah. 2005 Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, that was amazing. Those were some. I knew nothing about video games. I was just a voiceover artist, and I had so much fun doing the voiceover for Splinter Cell. And what's so cool about the simulation that we're living in is very, very similar to doing voiceovers, because in Splinter Cell, it's a video game, right? And I had to die 16 different ways, depending on the choice that the video player made. So
I haven't had to die yet, but voice acting is a little weird because you're like,
what's the sound of a death by a shotgun or the sound of a death by a stab wound? It's like,
yeah, you got to just figure it out, you know?
It's just funny because the choices that the player makes would determine if I would, be out in the first part of the video game, or if I would end up having a starring role. And I just see now, I did that in 2005. I knew nothing about simulation or how the choices you make.
I like that you keep saying simulations, because that's just the clone in me is like, just like the simulations. Every time I hear it, it's just like the simulations. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Before we get to having too much fun, I have to ask Rachel, and because of her friend, wherever that friend is that your
in the chat,
your Middle Eastern friend or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I have a few.
Are you basically just asking us if we believe in the depopulation agenda with that video?
I wanted to know, as people that serve in the military or whatever, your opinion about, because I had never heard of this report that apparently has been out there for some time. They don't make it easy for you to find it, but that is how they judge how the economy is going to be. I believe that 70% of this population in America, at least, has been vaccinated, and that's the exact amount that they say is going to be by 2025. Now, is that 100% fact? No, but I do believe that there's a larger agenda. I do believe it's depopulation. I think it's great
depopulation for sure.
I can contribute to that. I think that report, I think, is a little exaggerated. However, I do agree that they want to depopulate the earth, and they're starting with the West.
Well,
I agree. We're easier to hit.
Thank God.
I agree.
I'm in the West. I'm like, thank God they're wiping some of us out, because these fuckers are crazy, bro.
I agree with Horny Elf.
Gotta go.
I agree with Horny Elf. There is a depopulation. That's all. I 100% believe that. I do think that thing seems pretty over exaggerated. 70% of America. I don't think it's because of the shot, because the fact is, if we all drop dead of the shot within a year, there's going to be some hell to pay. And I don't think they want that. What they want is whatever's going to happen with the shot's going to be 20, 30 years in the future, when they're already dead or out of power, and they don't have to take no responsibility for it.
Well, that's a good point, because they did say that they wanted Pfizer, who is a sponsor for all mainstream. They did want 75 years before we could even see what's in the stuff you put in your body. I look at my fucking cereal, I feed my animals, and you are putting something in your body that's not even considered a vaccine. It's called the technology. They changed the definition of the word vaccine. And
mRNA technology.
Well, if you haven't looked it up, look up Malthusian doctrine. That is what these people, the WEF, that's what they're into. It was based on some guy from the 1800s. I think it was Malthus or something like that. He came up with the idea that the Earth couldn't sustain more than a certain number of people on the planet. And there is a sect of people in the WEF and controlling organizations that want to control the population of the planet.
Oh, you're being very cautious to beat around the bush when we damn well know. You look at any of these globalist fuckers. You look at the Georgia Guidestones, which got blown up mysteriously and nobody got caught somehow. That is calling out for massive depopulation.
There's an argument against that, though.
Argument against what? Against depopulation?
Yeah, there's an argument against depopulation because
there's an argument.
Well, no shit, I'm against it. That's my argument.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is somewhere where they're really running into a problem with that right now is China. Is that there are too many old people and not enough young people to take care of the old people, and so you're flipping the pyramid upside down. And China's because of their one-child policy is fucked right now.
You look at that in any Western country, though, especially Europe. Italy is a population in decline.
But we're all the plebes down here trying to fucking argue it against it when these people have been in place for many generations with this idea that they have to fucking bring it down. I think we all agree that it's a bad idea. Depopulation, killing lots of people, bad idea. We all agree with that. But these motherfuckers in charge, they want the fucking people gone. That's what they want.
It naturally happens on its own. As technology gets better, people live longer lives. People cease to find a reason to have more kids, so the population declines on its own.
But you just nailed it right there. The technology improves to replace the necessity for us plebes down here, so they can get rid of us. I know, dude. I know, but let's work on that and improve on that, because we got to go back to David McFarlane, who dropped in for the 20 way back a while ago, which I skipped over. Says some money for Beetle Bailey. And the chupacabra bat. Yeah, that's definitely showing how far back we've gone. Yeah,
I have to take a screenshot of that because that's so funny. And someone earlier said something really funny about the beetle. Beetlejuice. I didn't know I was going to have it. I went back to check on the beetle, by the way. It's not there anymore. So
did you get juice?
Now I'm gonna go back to Schroeder's cat, baby. I'm gonna go beetle on you right now. Philosophical beetle, not Schroeder's beetle, but did we create the beetle, or did the beetle create the chat?
I think that the beetle.
I think is happening right now.
I think that the beetle created the super chat. That's what happened. It hung around and waited. It hung around and waited. Yeah. And clearly, you were right. You were right. I sent that beetle there so I could get $100 just so to have you crawl on your arm.
The moment I did that, I honest to God, I know I'm not drunk. This is what's so crazy. I wish I was. It literally I put it on, and I was doing that for the fun of it and all that. But I'm looking at it eye to eye, or eyes to beetle eyes, and it did this with its thing. It went like this. And then, and then it walked away, and then it's gone now. But it froze there. I swear it froze until I put it on my arm.
I fucking love ayahuasca.
Let's celebrate this. Everybody,
every time.
Yeah. So just in case X-Wing is still a little bit lost, she had a rhino beetle visitor.
Yeah. And nice. Look, Albert Wiggler, can somebody give me a fucking Dan or a Bob, for God's sake, these names? Albowitz Wiggler, by the way, very philosophical, said the beetle was a thought form. Very good.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Bunch of
beetle was a thought form.
Beetle is a thought form.
Oh, pretty sure she's been looking at that. Oh my God, right? I mean, who knows? Like, maybe just it on my arm.
So confused.
I warned you. I
don't know what that means. I'm not trying to be rude at all, but I don't know. I don't understand what that means. That's like cheese is also a waveform.
Beetle thought.
What is a logarithm?
Are we talking about beetle? Are we talking like beetle ASMR or something?
No. Oh, that shit.
Beetle is a thought form.
No, so, by the way, if I don't know when this live
just go with it.
Like eight beetle lifetimes ago, this live stream started.
Beetle lifetimes.
In the chat room before, live stream started. For some reason, I got in some philosophical thing about Schroeder's cat, and if a tree falls in a forest, nobody hears it, and then I started talking about Tesla, and then I started talking about collapsing the wave and this double split experiment, and so all of that maybe transmuted into the first hour of this live stream, like dabbling a little bit into politics and a little bit into military stuff, and then all of a sudden, a little bit of a philosophical quantum.
I'm just fucking out of my league, so I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna listen.
You're not, man. If you had a Star Wars channel, that's the fucking root of it. All the stuff
X-Wing,
in Star Wars.
You just need some ecstasy.
All the stuff in Star Wars is 100%.
Bring it over.
Old time.
Because I'm having that conversation. If I'm
No, it is.
yacked out right now.
Look at Yoda and look at the Force, the power of the Force. It's so funny that you're like, I don't know what a wave is or particle, but fucking Yoda, word for word, talks about the Force. That's what
100%. Yeah.
The Force is tapping into the source.
The living force.
The beetle is strong with you, it is.
Beetle gave you truth. Truth is Beetle. Beetle is form. Form is wave. That's a horrible fucking Yoda. I've never done a Yoda impression in my life.
Cat does not exist unless you look in the box.
X-Wing's hooked on every word.
I don't know.
I'm listening intently. I promise.
X-Wing, because it's a lot of non sequiturs all over the place. I want to know what your biggest takeaway is from the Star Wars trilogy, as far as a few sentences of wisdom that you can kind of integrate into your daily life, which I think you could watch Star Wars over and over again. Not the later ones, but the earlier ones, and always take something new from it.
The sequel trilogy does not exist. We all know.
Yeah, let's pretend that doesn't.
No, I have 1 through 6 are those are the only movies that exist. George Lucas is Star Wars, and Star Wars is George Lucas. Those are the only things that exist. But having said that, you can't really distill it down into like a quick sentence.
Can you give me a takeaway of something again that you would integrate into your life that is maybe a few sentences of wisdom that you got from your integration and interest into the Star Wars trilogy? Or
I think that if I had to way to put me on the spot, holy shit, it's only everything I base my entire channel off of. I would say
no pressure.
I would say that in any universe, no matter where it is and what time, no matter who you are, there are endearing traits of human beings that should be represented. Honor, nobility, family, justice. All of those things are portrayed in Star Wars, and they are timeless qualities of humanity. And so those are things that I think that I took from it as a kid. There are multitudes of other lessons that can be taken from every single movie in that franchise that you could dig down and go deeper. But I think really, if you want to just break it down to the bare bones, they're the qualities of life, the qualities of humanity.
I could
the human experience.
So what I took away is power corrupts. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately.
Well, being from BFE,
I live in the
Missouri,
light, horny elf. I live in the light. You live in the darkness.
Being from BFE, Missouri, what I took away from the original trilogy was be careful of what girls you kiss because it might be your sister.
Oh.
Oh damn!
That's fair.
He lives in a different light.
I don't know.
Notice
what color
that was
one
his
is.
take. That was his takeaway from Star Wars was sister kissing.
Some people live in the light, some people live in the dark, and some people just live in the moonshine. And I think that's where Showback was.
It was a little traumatic when I found out that they were brother and sister. I'm not gonna lie. All right,
well, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the original intention.
Yeah, to be fair, George Lucas was flying by the seat of his pants with those movies.
God love him, man. I'm doing the same thing with my story.
Hey, this is. I won't sleep tonight if I don't hear your answer to this. And this is a Mandela effect, so be careful.
Oh, is this the I'm your father question?
Luke,
I'm your father.
I wanted this to be answered by X-Wing.
Oh, you're asking me?
Oh, I filled the void. I'm sorry.
No. It's
I
no.
want to know what it was because
It's no.
don't
I
tell
am
me
your
was it
father.
Luke?
But for my
What?
entire childhood, it was Luke. I am your father. But the truth is, it's no. I am your father. But for every fan that I ever had in front of my face, you put the fan and you went, Luke. I am your father.
Yeah.
That's right. That's not correct.
Right.
All right. So here's another Mandela effect with the Star Wars. Okay. So, but you do remember, so that means you're from our timeline. That's great. What's his name with the leg? Okay. Not R2D2, but the gold one.
Yeah. C3PO.
C3PO.
C3PO is the gold one, right?
It was a silver leg.
What the fuck? What? All of a sudden he's got a silver leg, and I'm going back in time, and I'm renting the VHS.
Yeah, no, I know. I felt
No,
it
I
was
having a
always
silver
silver
leg.
because I grabbed a tape from.
Well, it was
I think
only from the knee down. Okay, it was only half a leg.
There was no fucking silver leg.
Yeah, there was.
I always remembered it being a silver leg.
Yeah, I do too.
It was always there. Yeah. No, but I feel you. And that was a lot of people.
Okay, no matter what, the biggest one is Berenstain Bears. Okay, that's the biggest fucking one. No one remembers it being Berenstain. Come on, that's the biggest fucking Mandela effect
No,
in the fucking world.
Bears. Wait, is there
It's
an argument
Berenstain.
that it was Berenstain?
It is now Berenstain.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You
it
know what the
was,
other
oh,
one
it
is
will
that
be.
always
Look it
gets
up.
me is the cornucopia with Fruit of the Loom.
No, that's the big one.
There was always a cornucopia with Fruit of the Loom, and then they're saying that there wasn't. Bullshit.
2015, which is, I believe, when they turned the fucking particle accelerator on, and that's when everything changed for me in my entire life. And I did a
CERN flipped
Mandela
universes.
Yeah, I don't know something.
Here it is. Here's the
I did a
website.
podcast on Mondays. Mandela Mondays. Yeah, look at this.
Berenstain.
Oh shit!
And
Yep.
it's so weird.
No
for you to get
one.
this
I've never heard
almost
anyone
ago.
say.
Yeah, Berenstain.
No one
That
remembers
sounds
it,
like
Berenstain.
German for track
what?
marks in your underwear. He
I
has
have-
a Berenstain in his underwear.
I have some of those old books from when I was a kid. I'm gonna have to get them from my parents.
Dude, I've watched videos of people who will go, like, they'll say, I'm tripping my balls out. I'm going to go into, and they will pull the fucking book out, and they lose their fucking mind. This was my childhood fucking book. This was Berenstain. I swear to God, now how the hell is it Berenstain?
It's a mind trip. So,
Yep.
guys, I know you, especially the ones that really avid on the Bible. I grew up. My mom's a minister. My grandpa's. Everyone, my freaking family's minister, a doctor, or a nurse. So I know every freaking verse in the Bible. I'm a photographic memory. Why and how and when was it? The lion shall lay down with the lamb. The lion.
Okay.
I know you're gonna tell me it's a lamb
so
of
glad he
it's
took that one.
It's the lamb of
No.
God, and it's gonna come back. as
You
a-
know, you asked though.
Shall lay down
You
with
asked.
the lamb. It's an Elvis Presley song. The lion shall lay down with the lamb means everything's gonna be okay. It's the
Later,
first
Venom.
Bible-
Where do you think Elvis got it from? Elvis was a bit. Well, Elvis did nothing more than gospel music for the first 10
So
years.
would
of his
Elvis.
life.
Elvis
Would
was
you
a
swear?
Baptist.
Would you swear? Would you swear that it was the lion shall lay down with the lamb? Is that what the verse says?
What? You'd have to give me Bible and verse in order for me to look that up.
Okay, so there's a verse in the Bible. When the lion shall lay down with the lamb.
Which verse?
It's talking about Samson.
Which verse? Which verse?
Oh, okay. So I'm giving it to you right now. The lion shall lay down with the lamb. I think it's Ezekiel 11 something. But a lion shall lay down with
But
the
do you
lamb.
understand do you understand the concept of that? Do you understand the concept?
Oh yeah,
of that,
not only do
though?
I understand the concept, I interviewed the #1 Bible scholar in the country because I was so obsessed with this Mandela effect, and then it no longer says the lion shall lay down with the lamb anywhere in the Bible. And I know it did.
Well, it
So I
depends on the
interviewed
version of the Bible, doesn't it?
Well, I mean,
every
I
single
honestly,
version. She
as
had
a
every
guy,
version.
that reads the book every day, I don't know. I'd be curious. I should be curious to see that.
Well, which
passage.
version of the Bible is it?
Well,
Is it an ESV?
Okay.
Is it New King James?
And that's why I interviewed a Bible scholar. And by the way, that got 570,000 hits right when I posted it on my YouTube. This is when the Mandela effect was freaking me out. Now I'm just used to it. But
was the Beetle there?
No, the Beetle was not. No.
That's your problem. It would have gotten 1.5 million if the fucking Beetle was there.
Here's the thing. It all came down to the Beetle tonight. The Beetle bite tonight interrupted your entire past.
We're in an alternate universe
Wow,
now.
We are in an alternate universe because of that Beetle.
Isaiah 11, verse 6. It was supposed to say, and the lion and the lamb shall lay down.
Wait. You just said was supposed to say.
Well, because just like Luke, I am your father. Like I had a Bible scholar read it to me word for word. What it was about the lion shall lay down with the lamb.
Right. Did he read it to you?
We got two says Isaiah 11:6. Two people say Isaiah 11:6.
There you go.
Right here. It says, but now.
Well, you're on the iPhone Bible app. What the fuck
you're
are
on
you looking
Cura.
at?
You've got Cura up.
No.
You've got Cura up.
I mean, if the live stream too long for me to share the Bible scholar and her 85 Bibles.
No. What I'm asking, I'm just asking about the specifics. No. And so on our Bible study on Sundays, right? We do a Bible study on 2 p.m. every Sunday, right? What version of the Bible do we use? We use the NET version. Why do we use the NET version? Is because it's got like if you get into the nitty-gritty of the words, it breaks down
the nitty-gritty of the word. What it is now? The wolf. There's no fucking lie. The wolf shall lay down. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb.
Okay, thank you. But I'm not just talking about I'm not talking about the wolf word. I'm talking about multiple words. That's why we use the NET version is because we're trying to talk about multiple words. We're not just talking about one story. That's what I'm saying.
We remember the lion shall lay down with the lamb and everything will fucking be okay. That doesn't exist in any version of any Bible ever written on this planet.
I don't know the story you're talking about. I don't know the line you're talking about.
But you've never heard the lion shall down with the lamb. Your whole life, you Bible study, but you've never heard.
So you know what's funny?
Because I'm a baby. No, because I'm a baby Christian. I'm a baby Christian that literally just started reading the Bible 2 years ago, and I'm just trying to read straight from the book and not believe what anything that my ancestors or the people before me told me. I'm just trying to read straight out of the book.
Does anybody want to hear what mine says?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I want to hear.
Go ahead.
It says the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. So it's a wolf, not a lion.
That's what I'm saying.
The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. The leopard shall lie down with the young lamb.
No.
Okay, wait.
What you said was that this is specific, and why don't you agree with this?
Her point. Wait. Okay, everyone, hold on. Her point is she's talking about the Mandela effect. She's saying it used to exist and it doesn't anymore. Saying the Berenstein Bears, now Berenstain. Used to be the cornucopia with freaking Fruit of the Loom. Used to be with Jiffy, now it's Jif.
Right.
All this shit.
We all agreed on that, and then I got attacked for the Christian Bible and the way they decided things.
No.
And the way
she's saying this is something that was changed. This is something she clearly remembered that used to be the case.
With the Berenstein Bears things. I honestly agree with the Berenstein Bear things.
Here's the thing, as far as all the differences in the fucking world, it changed from person to person. I do truly believe there's some weird fucking multiverse thing going on, but we're not a part of the same thing.
Hey.
Hold on. What'd you say, Rachel?
Look at your chat. Just
say
look
what?
at the comments in your chat right now.
What am I looking at here?
I can remember reading that, Rachel. Oh my God, that's exactly.
See, all right. So she's not the only one. All right,
I gotta ask.
Was it Isaiah 11:6, right?
It's not going to say that now in any version.
Wait, say that in any book now.
So
there's no book on record.
Yeah, 11:6. Isaiah 11:6.
I gotta ask: is this a Mandela effect or is this a bad education effect?
This is Mandela effect. No, I'll tell you why.
Insulting our guest.
No, not her, but everyone. It's
I agree, but that is why when I want to learn something, I don't just listen to what people say. I'm like, who is a renowned expert that studied the Bible their whole life? So I tracked her down. She's a Bible scholar. She, by the way, for 40 years has every version of the Bible. She studied nothing else but the Bible. And you know what I did? I recorded asking her about the verse about the lion and the lamb. I don't really remember it. Can you tell me? She told me about why it is and what it is and all that. In fact, I have it right here if you want to see it.
Well, my question is you're talking about someone's interpretation of the book, someone's interpretation of the word, right? How often have you just been presented with the word itself? Like, how often have you just looked at the book and went, you know what? I'm just going to read this. I'm just going to look at this. I'm just going to go, you know what? What does the word say? Right? Why am I listening to other people's interpretation? Why am I listening to? Why am I? This is
I had a beetle on my arm. Please let me share the Bible scholar saying it.
Okay. I don't care. I don't care that you had a beetle on your arm. Okay, but this
I
is
care that she had a beetle on her arm. It got me $100.
Congratulations, Adam. This is my argument. This is my argument. This is my argument. If you want to go, I'm going to believe someone else interpretation of the book.
I agree with you.
No, but but you're saying I believe in that person's interpretation of the book.
Listen,
why don't you believe in your own interpretation of the book?
Let's just watch what a Bible scholar.
I don't care what a Bible scholar does.
But she also talks about
Jesse.
I don't.
She also talks about the Berenstein Bears. She also talks about the Berenstein Bears, and it's a couple minutes, and this went more viral than anything I've ever posted on the YouTube before I was taken down. So this is how so many people were affected by this, because we've all grown up. You see these big paintings, you see the lion and the lamb. You don't see a wolf and a lamb. This is a Bible scholar for 40 years. She's been studying nothing but the Bible. And I don't tell her that it's been changed. I did not tell her. I let her look up in one of her many, many, many Bibles and then watch what she says to be able to absorb the changes. It is the most fascinating thing I've ever shared in my life. And I promise you, it does not disappoint. Studying the Bible now for 15 years, and now you teach classes on the Bible.
I've probably been studying it for 40 years and now but have been teaching classes for the last 25 years.
About the Bible. So you could say, if I would ask you about a verse, you would probably maybe know it by heart or know about it.
I don't know if I'd know it by heart, but I would know. I could open that to it and say, here's
if it's in Isaiah.
What it means to me.
I was trying to help you.
And so I quit using my brain cells to know like the exact verse where it is, because I want to use my brain cells on remembering what it means.
Yes. Okay. So here's my question to you then, because it was the first Bible verse I ever memorized. And I remember because that's how I got through Bible class, because I have a photographic memory and I can memorize really easily. And the verse, and it also made me feel really good. And it was about the lion and the lamb laying down together.
Oh, yeah.
The lion shall lay down with the lamb. And that sort of represented peace and then, a new earth in a way, and I'm an animal person. So I love the paintings of the lion and the lamb, and that verse meant a lot to me. What would you say about that verse?
I would say that verse is exactly what you said. It is about peace, and it represents, a new order, meaning right now you're not going to have a lion and a lamb in the same room without one being hungry and the other being dinner. And so this is a verse that talks about the way it was before the fall of man, before the mortality the way we know, and it'll be a way that we ultimately end back to. And what a wonderful thing when it's not only that the animals get along, but mankind gets along.
Exactly. And that's why it struck me. And whenever I saw a lion, even in the book Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Aslan, just the majesticness of the lion and lamb and the paintings. And that verse, I know it was the lion shall lay down with the lamb. And now I cannot find a verse that says the lion shall lay down with the lamb. The verse that I remember is now, when I look in any Bible, not just the King James Version, but now it says the wolf shall dwell with the lamb.
I believe there's one in Isaiah 11.
Yes, Isaiah 11 verse 6.
And I can go.
No, we've already done. We already did it.
They're not as true as mine because mine are marked up, so I recognize stuff.
It's I believe it's Isaiah 11 verse 6.
And sometimes Did you go get my Bible? I was just joking. This one says that the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard with the kid, and the calf with the young lion. So possibly what you have is the memory of the way it gets said.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So, and then you go look at it, and it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't match my memory.
Right.
And sometimes there's different translations.
And
wait, so if you just spent like the last hour about it being a lion and not a wolf, and that was the only
Shit. So what you're trying to tell me is the translation that you mean isn't actually what you're saying it is. I'm not entirely sure what I actually mean by what I'm reading here in this book, but
and you guys, it's about 30 more seconds.
I think it means.
It's 30 more seconds.
She's not quoting any scripture. That's my problem. She's not
let her play the video.
Yeah, let's let it play.
Let her play the video.
Just pie hole while she talks.
8 minutes. 8 minutes. Sure. 8 minutes. Sure.
30. She said 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
It's not. She's about to fucking quote the scripture if you shut it for 10 seconds.
Just let it go.
Jesus.
Let it play.
She gave to my dad for their anniversary, and even in the one I have when I rededicated my life to Christ when I was 15, it's never says the lion shall lay down with the lamb.
Why the fuck does this matter?
And Elvis Presley had a song about the lion shall lay down with the lamb, by the way. That's why I mute people when I if that didn't come from anything. You'll never hear it.
When you said it to me, that's just all I remembered. I never had the wolf.
No.
In fact, when I read it, it's like, who stuck that in there?
Sorry, I wasn't you. I got me. There we go. Here comes the download.
Well, I don't see the exact thing, but here's something that's really interesting.
Oh, here's something. Here's something
about this was actually some Mormon kind of stuff. And recently,
no, she said she spoke to a Mormon about this. She's been a Bible scholar for all these years, and her theory is it's the art that is all about it, right? It's all about the art. Now I took and what we remember from visuals, right? But she's still tripping out, and she still can't believe it. For 40 years, that verse has always said the lion shall lay down with it.
Okay.
So let's put it this way. This whole thing is intrinsic upon it being the Mandela effect, which everyone says when they fired up the collider.
I mean, I wouldn't say that was the conclusive thing. If it was the Hadron Collider or whatever, but there was something that happened.
That's been the argument for a while.
It's one of many theories. Let's not dig into that.
Let me finish my thought. So either way, if you believe that, I'm looking at a Bible that my wife got in 2002, and it says wolf shall dwell with the lamb. So either the collider didn't happen, or everyone's just someone along the line adopted the phrase lion shall lay with the lamb and spread that, and everyone thought that was gospel.
Okay, yeah, so I've been doing a bunch of internet research here while everybody's been talking. Apparently, those pictures like hang in there with the cat.
Yeah.
They used to do all those black lined like hang in there motivational posters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there was one that was made with a lion and a lamb, and the explanation is simple. Human brain picks up on patterns, and a lot of the time where there isn't a pattern, our brains will try to create a pattern. So in the pattern for the popular Bible quote, lion, lie, lay, and lamb, this is considered alliteration and is a very common device used in literature and marketing. Our brains subconsciously pick up on the pattern, and so we remember it better.
Well, and this is my issue with it. The whole lion of the lamb story, whatever. We can believe whichever way we want. We talk about pareidolia. Pareidolia all we want. I love pareidolia. I love pareidolia. Okay. I'm a huge ghost fan. I love watching. I literally ask my wife. Like I literally go to sleep every night watching almost, ghost paranormal videos of like some weird mist moving X, Y, and Z, right? But this is my issue with it.
Scooby-Doo episodes don't count, though, do they?
Oh yes. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love Scooby-Doo episodes. Oh, it's always it's always the human, right? It's always the human that's the villain.
All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, though. I mean, you
Now
want to
I
talk about the
have my own
pareidolia?
Mandela effect.
I know you're talking because we're talking. We've already talked about the Berenstain. There's so many examples that we can all sit here and say we know fucking full well. I remember the Berenstain is Berenstein.
That wasn't my argument.
Adam,
okay.
can you just do something for me? Just one more, real quick.
Wasn't my argument, but okay.
Uno mas. What?
When the bird came back to Noah on the boat, what kind of bird was it?
A dove.
Peacock.
Peacock.
Definitely not a peacock.
A peacock.
Adam
I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know the Bible that well. I'm not that much of a Bible reader,
dove,
but I
right?
remember it being. But it was a dove, right?
It was a turkey.
It was a dove.
But you tell me that it's not a dove.
Apparently, it was a raven.
The fuck?
That actually sounds right.
No,
No,
you're all
fuck
wrong.
it doesn't.
You're all
was
wrong.
a
It was
dove.
an emu. It was an emu.
It was several
Okay.
birds. If you don't remember,
The
he sent-
emu was
he-
imbibed
no,
with
no.
the power of Jesus and ran across the water back to Noah.
He
and
sent
just shot the olive branch.
three. He sent 3 birds out.
It says Raven. Look in it. It says Raven now. Apparently.
He's
Yeah,
sent
but
3.
everyone remembers. I remember it clearly, like that. Like it was described as being a
final-
white. It was white.
on
It was
your
a white.
side?
A
I
white
remember
dove.
it was
That's
a
what for me.
dove.
It's
I
like,
totally
it was
The
a dove.
final
Yeah.
bird was a raven. He did send a dove out, I believe. There was 3 birds sent out.
Maybe that's what I remember then. He sent the dove, and I remembered the dove because I like doves. And then he's like, he sent a raven. I'm like, fuck a raven.
He sent multiple because
I don't know. Yeah,
over
y'all
amount
just-
of time he was looking for something to come back.
Y'all just talking too much of the Bible stuff, which I just didn't read enough of.
Here's the
Apparently,
thing, it
I'm a
wasn't about
fucking
any of
heathen.
that. What it was about, which is what my friends have been saying in the chat, is she was just talking about the fucking Mandela effect, guys. That's all she was talking about. She wasn't fighting about the Bible. She was just saying,
Yeah.
one of her first verses she memorized as a child, and
Oh no, I'm taking my stand.
it went viral. because,
It was a dove.
and it doesn't matter. It's just crazy that there's certain things like Mirror Mirror on the Wall never existed. Not in the original film. It's Magic Mirror now. The Monopoly Man had a monocle. In my existence, I grew up playing Monopoly. Now,
Yeah.
Hasbro says it never had a monocle. Mr. Moneybags never had a monocle.
Lies.
Of course he did.
No, look it up. I called the company.
And Mirror Mirror on the Wall is absolutely. You know what the only thing I could say is the Monopoly Man and the Peanuts guy. Maybe we got those mixed up. The Planners guy and the
Right,
Monopoly
and I
guy.
get that too. I've gone through all of that, but then life was like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates. What did he say? What did Forrest Gump say? Now it's life was like a box of chocolate, which makes no
We
sense.
need to scour
No, we had
film, unedited film from the 90s and just look for shit like this, right?
So
I'm
my
not
friend
gonna
was-
do it,
yeah, my
but
friend
somebody
was
should.
obsessed with that movie, and he looked at me and he goes, "I'm gonna put in that VHS right now under my bed, and if that Forrest Gump says life was like a box of chocolates, you are a witch, and I swear to God, I'll never talk to you again."
No, he says
And it's
life
like, well,
is like a box of chocolates. He's always
No.
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna
What
get.
you gonna
It
get?
doesn't exist in this reality. My friend has a VHS copy. It doesn't say life is. It's life was now. Life was like a box of chocolates. These are the tiny little. I did a podcast about this for the entire year of 2015.
What? It says life was like a box of chocolates now?
That's what it is now. That's what it is now.
He
It's
said
so weird.
the way he said it in a southern accent, he said laughs like.
No. I know. Okay, I just barely popped back in, but I know I heard this. There's a big difference.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because the stuff that tripped me out in 2015, which is why I did a podcast every Monday, it was called Mandela Mondays. And every week we would talk about the changes and we'd be like, what? No, what? And it's so funny seeing people who know.
Bro, what? Just watch the clip.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead. Share it.
Share it.
It's fuck. Yeah, it's fucked. Yes. Share it.
Say what?
Well, I mean,
Saith what?
It was a half.
Shush! Shush! Shush!
You can mute him, Adam. You can literally just mute him. It's really easy.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolate.
No!
No, that sounds right.
No! No!
Heresy.
We're in a different fucking universe.
No, that sounds right to me.
Shut the fuck up. You're from this universe, you fucking alien.
He's one of them.
No,
He's
you
one
shut
of them.
Everyone's sus. Everyone.
You grew up with a fucking Berenstain Bears, you fucking traitor.
I trust none of you.
He's a beetle lizard man.
So it's either we're all deceived or we're all dumbasses.
Or we're all dead.
We're all dumbasses.
I'm telling you, it's more complicated than that. Some people, not everyone remembers the same. We are a fucking mishmash of fucking universes now, dude.
I think it's more likely we're all dumbasses.
He's
He just bailed.
I think when it gets too much and there's too much information that blows your own reality or your paradigm, which we're as human beings, our egos attached to our paradigm.
I see it as we're all a bunch of dumbasses. That's just how I see it.
I mean, I agree with you on that.
I agree that you are a dumbass, but
I know I'm a dumbass.
The rest of us know that the fucking Berenstain Bears was the Berenstain Bears, all right?
I know
and
I'm a dumbass,
that's a whole
but
different fucking universe.
I know I'm a dumbass, but if you don't know you are, then I feel sorry for you.
I'm gonna say this much is that we're gonna go over to fucking Rumble here because I want Rachel over here to be able to be fucking free speak and say whatever the fuck she wants because she's been kicked off of YouTube so many fucking times and YouTube fucking hates her. But on Rumble,
just saying, featuring Rachel Reenstra, you might have gotten your first strike, and you're welcome.
Wait. I heard Rachel was like, "Look, I'm gonna get on Rumble." And I'm going to talk dirty. I'm going to talk nasty. And you know what else I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about all the fucked up shit that I can't talk about on YouTube. And you know what? I'm excited for it. I can't wait. Let's do this.
How have you ever had him on here and not been kicked off? Like, I'm an innocent woman, and I'm just talking about the fact that I have chemtrail lung and I'm canceled. But this guy is like, fucking shit, good vagina, and Bible studies on Sunday. Anyway, again, Bible study Sunday.
Bible study.
Hey, wait till you understand the book. Once you understand the book, all the old man wants you to do is go, look, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I'm sorry, I'm bad. And you know what he goes? You know what the best part is? He goes, hey, that's okay. Come home. Just come home. Just say you're sorry. Say you're sorry and come home. That's all the old man wants. That's all the old man wants.
And X-Wing was I'm was just tired. I love
that I almost wrote the same thing.
She also blew his mind.
No, he was doing that on purpose because he's got like levels to him. So he said was tired on purpose because he was referring to the Mandela effect of life was like a box of chocolates. It
was like a box of chocolates.
He's on point. That X.
Yes. Yes, devil. The devil speaks.
And devil's got to go.
Yeah,
devil's got to go.
And
go ahead and dip out.
I love you all. Do you have a song to sing us out? Because usually when I end my live stream, I have my dog sing. Would you like to hear her sing? You guys like?
Oh, you missed out on X-Wing would just sing us out, but he's gone.
Yeah.
We're not fully ended. We're gonna go to Rumble just for a little bit, not for very long.
And she's gone.
she wants to go get the dog to go howl. Sing us a song.
All right. I'll
sing
talk
a
to you guys
song.
later.
Says
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later,
Bye, devil. Sing, doggy.
Bye, Mel Gilbert.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam. That was a lot. Just chill out a minute. Where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard. You're over giving it. You gotta build her. There's no crescendo. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word. I'm not hurting her, I promise. And the skies are not cloudy all day.
Wow.
Question
is beautiful.
The question is, does the dog know about the Mandela effect?
Well, yeah. I mean, she said to me, it was never home on the range; it was cabin on the range. And
In the other universe, the dog was singing the lyrics, and Rachel is just howling.
Well, all I know is it was like it must have been like just the most amazing performance because I was laughing and farting at the same time. So,
I love it. So is she.
All right, everybody. I am double tapping the link in the chat. Click on that. Go to the Rumble link in the chat. And please do give us a subscribe over there too, because like I was saying with Rachel, I would love to be able to do exclusively on Rumble. And by the way, the drinking rules will apply over there as well. Anybody wants to drop a 20.
Put it on so people can see it. I can take a screenshot and tell people to chat with it.
Oh, yes. Here we go. I mean, it's it's a big freaking complicated
it's not clickable, but it is
that is the link for the specific video. I will pull up the Rumble. Hold on.
And you know what, Adam, in the future, like when you're leading people to Rumble and you do something really interesting, you got to do the, are you ready to Rumble?
Oh, that's a good one too. Here is just the Rumble link for the channel. You can always just do @Vets Talking. As I always say, Vets Talking, drop the G and you'll find me on the Rumble, on the YouTubes, on the Twitters, the Odyssey, Facebook, all that good fucking shit. Are you ready to Rumble? Everyone over here on YouTube, thank you very much. I love you. But YouTube, piss off.
Bisexuals.